Good morning, Sassy Fam. Welcome to your Thursday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Today's check-in is for Intimate Tarot. Yay! She's back. That's right. Intimate Tarot's back. Censored style. As we go along throughout the reading, you will see for yourself that the cards, a lot of them have mark-throughs, as we talked about for a couple of check-ins now. Right? You're going to see a lot of nipple coverings, thongs, what looks like bush, but it's not bush. It's just marker covering up the naughty bits. Okay, this is our compromise with YouTube, so we can keep Intimate Tarot up and running. Here we go. I'm happy with it. I hope you are too. Speaking of which, everybody's readings are done. I have to tell you, they're fabulous. Okay, look, we've had some rounds of Intimate Tarot before, but this one was cool, I have to admit. I was just blown away. I would say for the collectives, at least 50% or more of you, you didn't show me conflict. You didn't show me getting hung up on the past. I mean, so many of you were doing brave new things. I have to say I was so proud. So proud. So many of you. So if that's you, awesome. Okay? But yeah, just to let you know, this was probably one of the coolest rounds of Intimate Tarot I've ever seen. So I'm just happy for so many of you. Keep on keeping on. All right. Intimate Tarot. Take what resonates, leave it does not. Reverse those energies as you see fit, right? And do keep in mind these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private. So they may not resonate. And I know that's frustrating, but also normal. So if that happens, check out the placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. One of the top questions I get, do I have to be with somebody in order to enjoy Intimate Tarot? Absolutely not. Like always, I really don't know what I'm going to see until it's on the table. Some of you might be single. Some of you might be in a couple's union. Some of you might be on and off with somebody. And some of you might be alone, but still kind of contemplating someone of the past. In other words, just like the love readings. It's just with Intimate Tarot, it has that thread of intimacy running through it, and it helps me better understand how our sexual energy is playing up into our relationships, or non-relationships, or lack thereof. And that goes back to a core belief about why I read Intimate Tarot at all. I believe all energy is real and valid and therefore worthy of looking at, right? The more you know. The more you know about yourself. And that includes your sexual energy, your love energy, your spiritual energy. Okay? All that stuff plays into who we are. So again, I operate from that philosophy of the more you know. And if you're new to Intimate Tarot altogether, and you want a clearer picture of what it's about, description box. Okay? Basically, sexual energy reads. You want to know more about that? Description box. The point of it, whom it serves, what you can expect, description box. Okay? I always load that thing up. Because there are some people who really are new to the reading type. They've never heard of it before. There's mystery around it. There's wonder about it. But honestly, you'll see for yourself that like any other reading, it just points things out. That's all. Points things out a little bit more on the sexual side. And if it's not your cup of tea, I totally understand. I don't take offense to that. I don't want anybody to. Okay? If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. I have plenty of readings for you to catch up on in the playlist if you are so inclined. But yeah, if you pass it up, it's no big deal. I want you to watch what you feel comfortable with. Because if you're not comfortable with it, you won't take anything from it. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for anybody. So again, all tarot's at will, free will. It can get sexually descriptive. Not too much. I still have to cap it. This is YouTube after all. But sometimes it can go there. Oh, yes. And for some of you, I must say, oh, you went there. Several of you, in fact, went there. Anyway, that's enough of that. All right, you guys know the real notes. We have an upcoming full moon, but I'll verify that or talk more about it on Sunday. Other than that, you know what, you guys? You enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you for the Sunday check-in, and I will see you at your sign. Take care, be well, and stay sexy. Oh, check out your read to find out, some of you. Take care. Leo, you're first. Show me Leo, please. Like always, we're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands, yeah? And just get a feel for your present-day passions. What's going on? Show me Leo, please. Okay, what's up? The Emperor, Tower, Ten of Pentacles. Kind of had a radical shift in energies, did you? The Emperor, Tower, Ten of Pentacles. Gosh, it's almost like you're saying there's got to be more to life than this. You have a great deal of energy at your disposal, most of it under the kind of commanding sense, the authoritative sense. You've got a lot going on. It looks like some of you are frankly the head of what might be a vast empire. But when it comes to your passion, that's where it's been going almost exclusively. And it's like the Tower realization. There's got to be more to life than this. I know it gets busy. And it takes a lot of energy and strength of will to create whole worlds, yes. And that in and of itself is going to require some sort of Ace of Wands, if you will. Hope, drive, intensity, passion. But it seems that you have created quite the foundation. And I see you standing next to it. It's kind of like, is all my energy really going here? Is this all there is? I can see that you show a certain pride and command when it comes to your sexual energy. You know how to control yourself. But you've been kind of putting it almost exclusively into your foundation. The stability of it. Okay. And that's done well for you. But now it's kind of like I caught you in this energy of, is this it? What's going on? Show me Leo, please. What's going on? Show me Leo. King of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Hermit. Yeah, Four of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Gosh. Judgment, Queen of Cups, the Fool. I have to be clear with you, and this happens all the time, and it's something that, I have to really endeavor to make clear to people. You don't have to be with someone in order to read intimate tarot. And by all rights, the Leo I'm looking at, you're not. Okay? At least energetically you're not. There might be someone in there 3D with you, but you're not showing me any sort of outstanding emotional or sexual attachment. Okay? Clearly you have a vast network of connectivity. All right? That's going to include partners, friends, colleagues, family, community. Clearly that's important to you. No rest for the wicked, eh? You have quite a life going on in there. But not so much for yourself. It's not an accusation, don't take it as one. Okay? But if you have currently any emotional or sexual commitments, contracts, or endeavors with somebody, I don't see it. I see you being almost the sole manager, director of a large world, of a large network. It keeps you very busy. And like I said, that's where where I see most of your sexual energy go towards. It's rerouted into purpose, duty, function, responsibility. Okay? And that's fine. That's fine. It happens all the time. People can be very, excited for their careers or their work. For you, it's coming from a space of authority. I built it, therefore I'm responsible for it. Okay. And that has occupied your sexual energy as much as anything else that could be in life. It's just, it seems like it's all work, no play. And I don't see anybody emotionally or sexually connected to you. No. It could be. But if that's the case, honey, it still feels very lonely in there. But I don't think so. So I'm defaulting to what looks like, in all probability, a single but highly functioning Leo. Successful, highly functioning Leo. Okay? King of Pentacles, Page of Cups. A little bit of heart space there. Again, heavy earth energy for you. Dash of Aries. Lots of earth. Doesn't have to be, but just FYI. And then, responsibility. When I see you at home, in your comfort zone, not in your empire so much as, your home. You have a softness in heart. So a little guy will take that. But it's been largely contemplative. Your sexual energies, calm, cool, collected, wise. Is saying, there's more to life than that. But yes, by your own admission, there's more to life than the pentacle world as well. And you're starting to see that for yourself with the Tower. Is this it? Is this as good as it gets? I work and I toil. I work and I toil. So yes, correct. There's more to life than just sexual energies. Just like in the love readings, I would like to emphasize to people, there's more to life than being in love with someone you can't have. Because I see that all the time. There's more to life than just gathering coin. Okay? And you're starting to feel that space for yourself. I want more than this. I want more than this foundation, which is ample. So congratulations to you. That was no small thing. You've done some extraordinary work with your life, and it shows. And over here, 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. We got that foundation on lock, honey. On lock. So that tower is quiet. It's internal. It's not external. I didn't see a destroyed world. On the contrary, I saw you in the space of contemplation asking yourself, is this all there is? And you have a lot, so I don't think you mean to be dismissive or ungrateful. Okay, but it's like, is this it? No, it isn't. I'm happy to report. Judgment, Queen of Cups, the Fool. When the timing is right, you will experience a completely different feeling, a completely different sense of self and direction, and it has absolutely to do with love and sexual expression. They're both present for you in future. However, judgment, timing is right. When you're ready to open up to that path, when you really allow it to dawn on you, oh, there's more to life than this. Okay, there's still love yet to be had. There's still sexual experiences yet to be had. You look, honestly, you look 10 years younger. Over here I have the wisdom of the ancients here. Between the King of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Emperor. You're very proud. You're a proud lion. You work so hard. You're very wise. You do things by the book. As you wrote it, apparently. It's your path as well. You're very wise. You're very knowledgeable and experienced. Okay. I have a combination here of education as well as practical application. The best of both. And while you look solid as hell and very responsible, I don't see you emotionally or sexually engaged with anybody. And you've told yourself you're okay with that, and I can see why. You've had plenty to work with. But it won't always be the case. Judgment for you is very interesting when either the timing is right or you've had enough lessons and insights about that feeling you've just recently hit, and I mean very recently hit. Is there more to life than this? Queen of Cups, the Fool. There's a softer side of you. Very soft. Soft heart. Sexual energy is fresh, alive, vibrant. Like I said, it looks like you lost 10 years. Energy completely shifted, changed. When you're ready to open up to that via judgment and your own sense of, I got it. I got it. I would like a new path in love and sexuality. When it's time for that, it's time for that. Okay? It's your judgment. Let me get some advice and perhaps we can see or hazard a guess at a timeline, yeah? You look sprightly, my friend. Sprightly. Ready to be of open heart and open spirit. I can tell you now, with all this earthy energy in you, when you are sexually interacting, engaged, active, when you're sexually active, I can see that you're very sense-driven. Okay, it's very sensory, what you can touch, taste. You think that's true for everybody. That's not true. Earthian, down to earth. Again, what can feed our senses? So, I'm going to go ahead and guess that when you are in a sexual relationship, okay, that you're much more likely to use touch and eye contact, maybe some voice, but for the most part, what you can experience and smell and taste. Very tactile lover. Which means you like to be pleased via your senses and you would be equally considerate of your partner. Knights of Wands. Excuse me. The Star, Page of Cups. See, right there. Starts there with that little guy. Hello. One of the advantages to using multiple decks is that you can see repeating patterns. A little bit, yeah, it just started to hit you in the heart space. A little bit of softness there, ache for more, ache for adventure, specifically in a new journey. So, Knights of Wands, the immediate upfront sense of passion and the deployment of it, the expression of it, engaging in it, moving in that direction, and the Star reaching for something higher. You have your sexual energies there. It's building up. It's trying to open up. It's like a beautiful little bud right now that's trying to open up into something larger, and it just started. So when you're ready, it's going to be literally your judgment call. But when you're ready to open up and actually open up from the heart and from the loins, because apparently for you, they're tied, which is wonderful. One of the reasons why I read Intimate Tarot is to show people Yeah, sometimes they're linked up. So, feeling passion again, allowing yourself to feel passion again, allowing yourself to feel excited by the prospect of passion again. Because that can be an allowance, especially if you got used to keeping your head down and just working really hard. Is that sometimes we really do have to give ourselves permission to allow ourselves to be excited, to allow ourselves to be aroused and turned on, and to notice things in people, you know? Yeah, I think for you it would be an allowance. You would have to give yourself permission and judgment based on lessons here at the Tower, that moment where you felt that moment, just that moment. Is this all there is? Feels kind of empty. But I have a vast empire. It's a contradiction. Yes, because your personal self wants more. You created more for yourself externally. You gave yourself a lot of external validation, and you've done a good job. But now your internal self, your intimate self, would like some attention. For some of you, January, maybe, at the start of the year. New beginnings and all that. The Hermit, and there's your power card, you. Yeah. See, as you remember it with the Hermit there, your sexual energy is quite strong, I'd imagine. I also strongly suspect it's been hibernating for a while. You have some very strong sexual energy. This surpasses the Knight of Wands by miles. When you're in it, you're in it. When you're turned on, you're turned on. I think you're very passionate in the bedroom, as you last recall, with the Hermit there, looking at it fondly. You're saying your sexual energy can be so strong for you. I can see that. Look at what you managed to create with it. Yes. So, we already passed Virgo season. Leo season's yet to be. I'm settling somewhere in between the two and calling that January, i.e. Aquarius season, roughly around there. Doesn't have to be, but anyway, let's keep on keeping on. That's a great read. We're going to leave it there. Congratulations to you on your mighty empire. That is fabulous. I don't want that to be undermined at all. And I understand that. I understand. You found the use in your passion other than just sexual expression. Good for you. That's what happens when we become abstinent, when we become celibate. Oh my gosh. The time we're no longer wasting in the pursuit of sex, you know, or seeking attention or that other kind of ego validation. When we're not doing that nonsense anymore, oh my God, we have so much time that frees up and we do other things. Again, you become career focused, community focused, work focused. Other people go back to school. Other people take up hobbies. I mean, honestly, so yeah, there is more to life than sex, but there's also more to life than running empires, darling. There is somewhere in between. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. You got high standards, maintain them, baby. That's it. That's all there is to it. And you should have standards. Look at you. If you are indeed the emperor, then you need your equal. They don't settle for anything less, so do not lower your standards. By all means, open your heart, open your sex. That doesn't mean you lower your standards. On the contrary, all the more reason that you reinforce them. Okay. And the fair woman. This is either you or perhaps a person of connection in future, the fair woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with white, blonde, gray, or white hair, or has a very pale complexion. Okay. And marriage, eventually. This is either you or perhaps a potential connection. I did see you take off rather boldly in future when you were ready, and you understood that you were ready. Let's pull something from here. Let's see. Switch. Remorse in reverse. No remorse here. That time when you switched and you, like I said, rerouted your energies into your foundation, you had no remorse. It was something you needed to do. You said you needed the energy to grow, to expand. To do in this life what was important to you. You have no remorse in that, nor should you. Nor should you. I don't want you to have any remorse. Not at all. When you switched your energies, okay, when you transmuted them, put them to a different purpose, I don't want you to have any... Look at what you've done. You're so very successful. Have no remorse there. No, it's just that moment. Do I really have all this, and am I really alone in it? It's just a moment. It's just the moment you needed. It wasn't a severe one. In terms of towers, honey, that was a pretty easy tower. Okay, but yeah, no remorse. 21 and 24. D and M. We also have the key. Yes, you have the key here. Of course. Oh, that made me conscious of my key. I was like, wait a minute, it's askew. But you have the key. You have the key to open doors, lock doors, to keep yourself prisoner, or let's set yourself free. But you have the key. All right, that's it. Leo, honey, this is a great read. I hope this helps you. I look forward. Hopefully I get to track your adventures, but perhaps I won't. Regardless, take care. Be well. Sag, what's up? We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands and just get a feel for your present day passions. Show me Sagittarius, please. What's up? Okay. 6 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 3 of Cups. Okay. Currently, we are emotionally and sexually a little tense with somebody. As someone whom you've known a very long time, soul bond, if you will, or, you know, even if you don't believe in that, you two go way back. You've known each other a long time. Okay. Many memories in there. You could even say you have a unique connection. 5 of Wands, sexual tension that's currently active between you and this person. 3 of Cups, would we like things to come together more smoothly? Yeah. In a more relaxed, fun, and I guess you could say sexier way than as it currently stands. Things are tense between you two. And you can feel that tension when you try to connect emotionally. Okay, so the 5 of Wands in intimate tarot is exactly what it sounds like. It's sexual tension. It goes back and forth between you and somebody. And ideally it gets smoothed out, all right? And 2 people are able to come together again in peace and love and whatever else. Sometimes it doesn't. Let's take a look. I mean, again, the preference is here. I would love to connect to them, and I would love things to be smooth. Okay? But right now there's some arguing in there. What's going on? Show me Sagittarius and this person, please. Four of Cups, unhappy, Knights of Wands. You want things to be smooth again. 7 of Wands, tensions are running high. I see that. 2 of Wands and the 3 of Wands, waiting at a distance. Arm's length. Okay, 4 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, the Tower. Okay, all right. You know, everybody's got their limits, and it looks like eventually you'll meet yours. Okay. So I don't know. 6 of Cups, 3 of Cups is the idea that things between us could be smoother. Yeah. Are you two still trying to make a go of it to connect? Yeah. Is it going so well? No. I was hoping to see a turnaround. And there's not. And sometimes we just need to let things lie. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of sexual tension. Even when you two are trying to connect emotionally, there's friction there, and you're becoming increasingly disinclined, and so are they. Okay. Well, it's kind of like if you know what, if we can't hang out without drama or tension or arguing or bullshit, maybe we should just go our separate ways for a bit. And I think that was the idea. And when we go our separate ways for a bit, have a timeout, I go in my corner, you go in your corner, or we do temporary separations or whatever, that really should give us a clue about what to do next. 4 of Cups, Knights of Wands. I know it's in you to want to move things forward, to get past this. You still have passion for them, but you cannot deny that the emotional intimacy is off. You're saying it's off page, and you have a problem with that. But you still find them attractive. Your sexual energy still points to them. Okay? In some way, realistically, it does. But nevertheless, you cannot kind of bury the fact that whatever this connection is to you is still emotionally upsetting and disappointing. Okay, so it's kind of like, if I'm not emotionally happy with you, I can't imagine where I should be giving you my sexual energy, and you're correct. Okay? That would be odd. That would be really odd. It's kind of like rewarding bad behavior. If the emotional construct between us isn't healthy, why the hell would I give you sex? Make sense? So while you can still admit you are attracted to them, you're emotionally dissatisfied with them. Seven of Wands, that's what you two share between you in terms of sexual energy. That means they still find you attractive, yes, but defensive, and you the same. So currently, right now, you two have your walls up. I can see where you tried to connect to make it smoother. It didn't. If anything, it just reinforced the issue. There's underlying tension between you two. It might be that there might have been some competition concerning someone's affections, and that kind of... that was the sour apple that might have spoiled the whole bunch. Whether or not that was true, I don't know, but I can't deny 3 of Cups and 5 of Wands can mean sexual competition, yes. It doesn't have to be an absolute. It kind of depends on what your situation is. Okay? But yeah, 7 of Wands is currently a wall between you two. Sexual tension and otherwise. It's blocked. You know, you block me, I block you. Yeah, ditto, bitch. It's kind of like that. Okay. Over here, 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands. I see where they occasionally throw some energy your way via conversation. But it's real light, loose, and disconnected. 3 of Wands. They put some distance there. And intentionally with their communication. It looks deliberate. So it's at that kind of space for me now where it's looking like maybe a game. I'll only check in with Sag once a day, or I'll leave them on red, or just shit like that. So in that case, the tension's still being provoked, and that's driving the wedge further, in my opinion, because it's very immature. The whole point of getting distance is to get distance and not to tease somebody with references, and maybe I'll talk to you today, maybe I won't talk to you tomorrow. It's inconsistent, and it's stretched out, and it's looking deliberate. It's not coming across at all as boundaries. No. It's the teasing of one's sexual energy, knowing that it's ultimately blocked, or it's not going to make progress. Okay? I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. Again, the whole point of taking space is to take space. And that should give you both what you need to understand if you want to continue on in this or not. And given what I'm saying here, personally, I would choose not, because this isn't, I want to fix it with you. This is, I want to fuck with you in a low-level way or tease you. Kind of keep you on the line, keep you on the hook. But ultimately, I'm blocking you, you know. And you're just showing me emotional dissatisfaction over the whole thing. I don't care for this, guys. It's not like hardcore manipulation, like 5 of Swords and the Devil with the Magician or something like that. It just looks stupid, petty, and low level to me. Very childish. 4 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, the Tower. Like I said, everybody's got their limits, and you're meeting yours soon enough. You'll be done with this soon enough. Like I said, the whole point of taking time out, getting space, or not seeing each other, or going no contact is not to fuck around with the person deliberately, okay, to see if you can still get them interested, get them on the hook, and then just disappear. That's not working through anything. That's not thinking about anything. That's not healing anything. It's just jerk around stuff. So, 4 of Swords, the idea of healing through this, holding on to it, has become ludicrous to you. Tower. Boom. And I don't blame you. Again, just because I saw this isn't a guarantee that it's over. Okay? And I saw the break as reasonable. I did. You're upset. But you can still be a big Sag and admit, yeah, I'm attracted to them, but that's not the point. I shouldn't be sharing this connection with him if it's this emotionally disjointed. Okay? I shouldn't be sharing sexual energy with him. Yeah. And instead of taking the time out to think about it, and come back with some real tangible results, I'm saying low-level teasing, fucking around energy. And I don't see the point of it. Neither do you. 4 Swords, 4 Pentacles, Tower, let it go. It might be abrupt through their eyes, but I can't say that it's a surprise. I just don't think you got time for this, and I don't think you should make time for this. If there was something here worth healing, you would have done it. 4 Pentacles, there was something here worth holding on to in healing, you would have done it. And the Tower, honestly, and then that's also, P.S. by the way, so 4 Swords in tarot, intimate tarot, is masturbation. So Tower, the idea of holding on to them, even for the idea of self-pleasure, just disgusts you. It's like there's nothing here worth holding on to, not even the memory of them or the sexual attraction of them. Just be done with it, the Tower. So that's like this is saying there's nothing here to recover. Okay. So how you exit it is up to you. Just please know it's within your right to do so. From my point of view here is the Tower here. I didn't expect it. They expected you to hold on or continue to hold on because that's what they would do. So, and for you to continue to participate in any sort of way, you understand that would be nonsense. Okay? It would be nonsense. Apple. What did I say? It takes just one sour apple to spoil the whole bunch. And yeah, this person likes to tempt you or tease you, get you back on the hook, back on the line, just to prove that they can. You must not mean too much to them, or the connection doesn't mean too much to them for people to do shit like that. Okay. Rose, romance. It teases you, tempts you with some romance. But it's poisonous in nature, just to get you to come back. There's a little bit of interest there, some love or attention or affection, and then it's gone again. Older woman dealings, a relationship with an older woman. Don't quite know where that's coming from. Some of you might identify as being the older woman. Perhaps they are. It's this sense of, I should know better. I am too old for this shit. I'm too wise, or I have experience with this. Again, I should know better. Okay. Yeah, that could absolutely be the case, guys. Freedom 32, cutting ties from this. Let them go their own way, which I see you doing. I see you doing is the right thing for you. How you do it, announce it, declare it, or you just keep it to yourself and move on with life. Fine. From what I've seen today, yeah. Number 32, freedom. And then affection, 20, affection. So just to let you know, when you do that, there'll be another form of affection coming through, and just as soon as you read it or respond to it, boom, you probably don't hear anything again for a while. So that's, like I said, that's deliberately fucking around and keeping someone on the hook just because you can. Okay. It's no good. I think you had genuine affection for them, not just sexual attraction. I saw that here with the 6 and 3 of Cups. You had enough of an imprint on each other to have memories. Okay? I think you had genuine affection for them. Yes, I do. We have letters H, I. We have the Medallion of Taurus, Scorpio, and Virgo. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to it this season. Might be important to you. And then the Owl in reverse. No insight, no wisdom. No basic skills of observation have been applied here. A little bit of intelligence can go a long way in really boring, stupid, cliche situations like this. Okay. So I'm glad to see that you had some insight there towards the end, because when people are doing this, it makes sense to them at the time, but they don't really understand that they're being an asshole. They think they're having a game or having some fun, or they're just doing what they need to do for their own particular self-interest and not really thinking about you. And again, all the more reason to let it go. All right, Saggy honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Thursday check-in. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands. Just get a feel for your present-day passions. Show me Aries. Show me Aries, please. Six of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. Oh, Death. Okay. Very, very declarative. Very you. Yup. I have the feeling this hasn't happened just yet. You might be on the precipice of it. I'm not going to lie. I had your full moon, which is October 6th, in mind when I was reading you right now. So something around there, perhaps, maybe for some of you. Not all of you. It's not an absolute, but for the areas I'm looking at, yeah, if not now, soon. A couple days, maybe. Something here that your sexual energy was wrapped up in, balanced with, or from your point of view, was balanced. Kind of. Not really. Six of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. It was always an issue. There was too much surrounding this so-called balance. You tried to keep it in check. You tried to show it boundaries. Here's the problem with Six of Pentacles in anything personal. It can be any balance that you have where you put something of yourself into it because you expect to get something back from it. Okay? So you might have had a healthy, or what you perceived at the time, or you intended it to be at the time, a healthy back and forth sexual connection with somebody, where you understood it was give and take in equal proportion, boundaries. 7 of Wands, boundaries, conclusions, things were drawn up, verbal agreements. This is what I'm giving to this. This is what I expect to get in return. Safeguards. So it's looking like a very planned sexual encounter, balance, connection, or some sort of relationship. It's very specific, yes, I know. That's going to tell you right now if it's yours. No, I don't know if this is mine. How do I know? I'm telling you if it's yours. You would know. You either entered into something contractually that is largely a sexually based connection where it was supposed to have rules, standards, boundaries, or you didn't. So I know it's friends with benefits, but hey, you're an adult. It's one of the reasons why I show or read intimate tarot, is to show how human beings live their lives in various ways. So it's important that we have a variety of samples, okay, not just your status quo. It helps people understand, okay? Well, guess what? That balance just doesn't work for you anymore. Something happened. Death. The boundaries were not upheld. There was a violation of what was understood between you two, or frankly, the balance in some way just wasn't working for you anymore. Perhaps it got boring. Perhaps feelings got involved for one or both of you, and it's like, this is not what I'm trying to do. I don't know. Okay? Or it could be that you did your best to live up to your side of the agreement, but someone else did not. Okay? It's very contractual. So, I don't mean to turn you off if it doesn't apply to you, but honey, again, you would know if it's yours. So if it's not yours, check your placements. All right. I don't think it's out to Scorpio season. I think some of you have an interesting dash of Scorpio in your chart, however. I do. Well, particularly if Scorpio might be your Venus. Sure. Let me know if that's you. Also rising. All right. This is not working for me anymore. I did my best to carry out the rules or contain it just so, or give it a fair shot. But the application is not living up to the agreement. Okay. What's up? What's going on? Show me, Aries, please. So that sexual connection, it's coming to a close. All right? It's coming to a close. Someone did not uphold the agreement, or you got tired of the agreement. You know, there's something to be said about these sexual contracts, guys, sexual agreements. They make sense at the time. Two people might be trying to work on their relationship, and they're trying to get things down to a schedule so it's more predictable, but I don't know. Let's take a look. 6 of Wands, King of Wands. See, you have such a fiery side to you. 7 of Wands. Okay, over here, the Tower, 5 of Cups. All right, there it is. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, I was wondering. All right, the Lovers, King of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. In time, we'll get there. You have such a fiery side to you. Okay, and I know it's like, well, I'm a fire sign. Okay, so here's the thing with the fire signs. Tend to be naturally passionate, trailblazers, intense, visionaries too, for that reason. Touched with the energies of creativity, fast movement, intensity, but warmth, generosity. Okay, you have that in spades, my friend. You have that in spades. You are a burner. You burn. You're such a passionate creature. 6 of Wands, King of Wands, and you know it. It's kind of like saying I'm sexy and I know it. You know. You take care of yourself. Your visuals, your physical is important to you. Your energetic presentation is important to you. It's not induced. It's actually quite natural for you. Okay. Oh, you are quite suave, my friend. Very suave, very lively, very sexy. Oh, yes. I think people can just smell it off you, honestly. You just, again, it's very specific. Is this all Aries? No. This is for somebody, however. You just have that kind of glow. You naturally attract. You really do. Okay. You might be double, triple, quad fire. There's a lot in there. There's so much in there. And I see your energies currently are spent blocking someone. In they, you. Okay. Tower, 5 of Cups. Remorse here. Remorse. Regretful. Don't quite know what was going on with this person exactly, except they seem to have been feeding the wrong emotions. The wrong ones. I feel largely that they were keeping this connection with you out of a sense of the past. And it was hard to realize that, and it's still going to be hard for them to realize that. It's almost like they were trying, by keeping this connection alive, it was trying to soothe a part of their past, or your two's past, that wishing it had been more. Okay. And I suppose finding it hard to accept where it is today. A balance that you were trying to keep in check with them. This is what we agree upon. No going back to the past. Okay. Whatever feelings we had in the past, that's in the past. I'm still attracted to you. You were very honest about that. You were very attracted to them. Okay, not only do you have a natural glow, you were actually naturally still attracted to this person who represents the past. And I think that they went into an agreement, a kind of connection agreement with you, possibly a sexual agreement with you. In that space that people do, well, maybe it'll grow into something more one day, or it might look and feel like it used to in the past, you know. I don't think that's ever what you were trying to go for. I think you connected to this person because sexually you felt comfortable with them, and you still found yourself attracted to them. But as far as the emotions were there, it's like, I'm not trying to take it into love. You and I already did that, and it didn't work. It didn't work. But you were a big Aries. You said, I'm still attracted to you, and I'm an adult. You're an adult. So if we want to have this back and forth, where we see to each other's needs, because I trust you sexually, and this is absolutely the thing. You can trust somebody sexually, but not necessarily have your heart on the line. Okay? That happens all the time. It really does. Again, you're showcasing one of the reasons why I read Intimate Tarot is that human beings are not always straightforward or caught up in someone else's idea or paradigm of the shoulda, couldas and what we're supposed to do and societal standards and normatives. Okay? Sexuality just can't be contained to labels and boxes all the time. It really can't. We try. We try so hard, especially in our modern world, where we're determined to find every single word to fit every single nook and cranny. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm 20 degrees that, and 10 degrees, but you are who you are, and who you are with this person is going to be different than how you are with someone else, and there will be someone else in time. But this one, I think you did your best to develop a healthy, organized, I want to say clear, sexual connection with this person because you do trust them sexually. You can be yourself with them. You made that clear. But you had to put the wall up, and their sexual energy wall went up when they realized they're still kind of mourning the past that they had with you, and why didn't it work out then? Because we might have been more today. That's just not how it worked out. So again, it's kind of like shoulda, coulda, woulda. I shouldn't have agreed to this because I'm still longing for authentic emotional connection with Aries, but the last time I had that was in the past, and I think I was trying to repeat it or replicate it. I was hoping Aries would go in that direction eventually. And this is why when someone says, this is all I can offer you, you need to believe them. When someone says, I can only really be friends with you, you need to believe them. Don't enter anything with false pretenses or illusions or towers, because it's going to come back on you and blow up in your face, and not in a sexy way. I think they wanted the past, where you two had a different kind of connection, one where the heart was involved. And you made it clear, no, I'm still attracted to you. I feel sexually safe with you, and I think you and I are sexually compatible, but we need to agree on walls. Just understand this is not going to be an emotional connection. And they probably went, yeah, I understand, hoping, no. And they had to learn it the hard way. You were serious. And they thought you would change. This again, when people tell you who they are, believe them. And when I see people do stuff like this, just make yourself clear. You made yourself clear. Clear as crystal. You made yourself. You did the right thing. You made yourself clear as crystal about what to expect and what to expect from you now. Not areas of the past, not your connections of the past, what to expect now. And they still chose to say yes. So they made an incorrect choice. They were lying to themselves. And that's something they need to work through and heal through. You can't do that. That's not your job. Okay? It is your job to understand, okay, I understand they want more now. And they're living for the past. I need to cut this off. You still did the responsible thing. They have those feelings. I don't. Done. Cut it off. Right? Because anything else after that, if you continued to agree, you would have turned into the bad guy. Right? I don't care how compatible this ex is. I don't care how good it is. Once you understand the truth of someone's feelings and where they're coming from, you got to stop it, because then you become the bad guy. Then it's sex for manipulation, and it's emotional manipulation. When you understand someone else has other feelings, you got to cut it off. If that's not where you are. Because like I said, you don't want that on your karma. You don't want that shit. You don't want that. Okay? Okay, in future, and I do mean future. When? Don't quite know. Lovers, King of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. I see you very boldly and with some focus. I mean a lot of focus. It's very different. Determined to open up a strong connection in future. It could be coming towards you. I don't quite know. You showed me so much prevalent fire in knowing yourself. It might very well be someone else who comes towards you with full focus and attention. A little different, this one. Stronger intent, stronger will. Okay, this one has mental discipline around it. It can't be put off. So there's a little bit more determination here. Okay. A lot more determination. So, yeah, a lot more. I have half a mind to say I believe it's someone else. Okay. But still, whatever. It's in the future. Very strong connection. Lots of air here, possibly air sign. It could also be indicative too, Aquarius season, which is a little further out, and then Gemini season, which is much further out. But that's not the point. I'm saying a lot of focus here and the willingness to gravitate towards a strong connection, which you are part of. So it's either someone coming towards you on your timeline, or you switched your energies or your elements and you got real focused on a lover's connection in future. Okay. We had a lot to work with here today. Once more, thank you for that. It is nice to see stuff that is out of the box, out of the norm. You did the right thing, honey. You set boundaries. Okay, from the very beginning. Knight of Swords. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You have such a clear point of view. This is what I'm talking about. I'm not saying you have to live your life like this. I'm saying you did the right things. You knew how you were approaching this. King of Swords, Knight of Swords, Justice. You made it as crystal clear as you possibly could. I'm attracted to you. I don't deny that. I feel sexually comfortable with you. We do have a history. Yes. Look, I'm willing to have a safe, sexual, steady connection with you with lots of boundaries in place, so long as it's fair. Is it fair to you? If it's fair to you, then yes. If it's not fair to you, if you're still wanting something more, if you still want some emotional stuff for the past where we used to be, then no. Step into this freely of your own free will and accord, or no. It has to be fair, and it has to be a conscious decision. My passion doesn't mean anything if we're not making clear choices here. Exactly. Well done. This is what I mean when people, you've got a responsibility that if you want something different, you cannot just assume someone else isn't. You have to be explicit. The Moon and the Hierophant, yeah, we wanted more. They said yes, but this was the truth, and they weren't ready to see their own truth. Deep down inside, the secret, they wanted more. They wanted commitment. Okay, but they said yes. I know. If I just say yes, with enough time, with enough sex, with enough good interactions, they'll fall in love with me again, or they'll commit to me again. That's it. But we didn't want to acknowledge that. And this is where the Moon can wreak havoc if left unaddressed. This person should have said no from the beginning. Okay? And once you understood You discontinue it. You did the right thing. Okay? All right. Okay. Yeah, this is just, you know, this drives me crazy. I get it. And people say, I don't want commitment. Believe them. You say, but for you, it wasn't commitment. That's not really the spin. The spin was an emotional construct that you were familiar with that's of the past, that they regret that it didn't go further or that it ended in some way. Okay. It wasn't so bad that you're not willing to see them as a sexual safe connection. Okay. But you said the past emotionality I had towards you, that's done. That's changed. That's no longer available. But I still see the goodness in you, and I still feel the sexual safety with you. Anyway, the leg card popped out there. But a lot fell out, so I put it back. But leg. Some of you have some very strong legs. Perhaps you're a runner, or you just have very muscular legs, or someone admires the legs. Okay. Beware of greed. Pig. Oh, I know that's not flattering. In this context, I know that there might have been some harsh words there. Somebody's being perceived as greedy. But yeah, the person who wanted more actually in this context is the pig, because there's nothing wrong with what you did. You made yourself clear. Being greedy is where perhaps you wanted their sex and their feelings and no commitment. Now that's greedy. This person had some under the moon issues. They wanted more. So they said something. Yes, when they weren't prepared for it, they wanted more. They're being greedy, and that sabotaged it. We also have the dark woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or dark hair. So that also includes skin tone. But FYI, it could either be you or them. And there's that leg card again. Somebody here must have some good stompers. Or fast. Long and lean, or strong stompers. Oh my. Yeah, the veins on that one are just popping. It also, by the way, stepping into a new experience. Yes, that's further out for you. But guys, if they turn around and call you greedy, just realize that's projection. You made it very clear what you wanted, and it was very limited. There was nothing greedy about it. It was highly contained. Again, you would have been greedy if it's like, oh, I want your sex, I want your love, I want your attention, I want your time, but I don't want to commit to you. That's greed. So if that's true, it's this person who was greedy. They just weren't aware of it. Oh, Aries took from me. No, you agreed. You agreed to this. You wanted more. You tried to trick me. That's greedy. I know. That's projection. You made it clear. They don't know that. We have, lots of letters. W, S, P, C, O, T. We have the medallion of Virgo. So you might have some very strong Virgo in your chart. Could be connecting to, or this season might be important to you. And the rest of the crescent moon. The next crescent moon might be interesting for some of you. Let's go ahead and pull from these. Chemistry, number 3. Dreams. Forgiveness. Okay. Yeah, the chemistry was good. The sexual energy was always good. That was never the issue. I had dreams. You have fantasies, sexual energy about that. Never changed. And I think that might be something that formatted the conversation from the beginning. You know, I've never really stopped fantasizing about you, or that was some of the best sex of my life, or I think you and I had some crazy chemistry and I still dream about it to this day. Okay, so that might have been the platform of the conversation for what you two entered into. There's a sense of forgiveness here. I feel like this person wanted to do-over. I know I fucked it up in the past. And maybe it must, honey, you must have had some killer. You must have some killer sexual energy that fucked it up. Forgiveness, trying to do a do-over when you made it clear you don't want a do-over. Okay. All right, Aries, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Thursday check-in. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands and just get a feel for your present-day passion. All right. Show me Aquarius, please. Show me Aquarius. What's up? All right. Ace of Wands. Death. Oh my. Two of Swords. Okay. Okay. Interesting. The time of confusion's over. A lot about your sense of passion, direction, what turns you on, okay? What guides you has changed a lot. You're not confused by it anymore. It's like I have a very clear vision of what constitutes passion now. In fact, I think you're more alive now than perhaps you have identified with in the past when it comes to your passion. What ignites you, what catches your interest, what turns you on. Is that it's changed so much, right? You seem to have a very shining light, bright shining light in you. It burns so differently than you last recognized it. You're not really showing me the ending of passion, rather the beginning of it. It's like you've had a rebirth. And what turns you on ignites you and excites you. It's like the time of confusion's over. That time of having lost identity and my sexual energies is over. What used to turn me on or catch my attention is no more. You burn very differently now, but you indeed burn. So, what's it to be? What are we doing? Brand new beginning? You're just starting to open up and feel yourself in a different way, a different direction. What's going on? The Star. You. It's good to see you. Queen of Wands. Oh, you are a little haughty, aren't you? Have you had a makeover? Like, I'm talking just overhaul. So it's not just the spiritual essence of your sexual energy, but like your actual physical form. Have you had like a radical makeover? You look delicious. What's up? The Two of Wands. Indeed. Six of Swords. The Lovers. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Two of Swords. King of Wands. And Knight of Wands. Your passion will go on. It's not... I always think of Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On. Well, in this case, your passion will go on. Gosh, it's like this is the making of you. Wow. Wow. I hate to see a lover go, but in this case, it's a pleasure to kind of watch them leave. It's... Not all lovers' connections are meant to stay. In fact, most of them don't. Some really are for this season, a powerful season, but a season. For others, well, they represent too much challenge after the initial rush, after the initial complexity of it. Okay, it often represents too much of a challenge to keep, so most people won't step up into it or be willing to change in order to keep it or accommodate it. The lovers, it leaves an impact, it leaves a residue, yes. And for you, it seems it was a transformative connection. You understand it wasn't meant to stay. And you don't want it to. You don't need it to. It did its part. It woke you up. But you're saying that space of confusion is no longer with you. You no longer find yourself sexually imprinted, impressed by, attached to this person anymore. It's like it's the making of you. Your sexual energy has changed and transformed so much. You no longer find yourself attracted to them, wanting to pull them in or desire them. You don't want them by your side. It's like what I feel now, how I interpret myself now, was beyond that connection. It taught me a lot. It did. But if anything, I thank it because it woke me up and it did its job and it can go now. It's very powerful. It's very bold. And you're here. That is, of course, your power card. Okay. Mind you, once more, censored version, so there's lots of little dots and thongs and what frankly looks like bush, but yeah, it's here. So that's you. You are yourself. Queen of Wands. You look haughty in there. I feel like you had a makeover, darling. Physical makeover, emotional, sexual, spiritual. It's like you're just really, honestly, you seem to be so at peace and I would say confident with your own sexual energy. It's so much brighter now. So much more authentic and self-claiming. Okay. Some of you are very creative, yes. And some of you have been putting a lot of attention into your physical form and your natural energy. You just feel alive. So alive. Boosted. Your sexual confidence is way up. How you perceive yourself within that sexual confidence is way up. And what I really like, though, is that you're saying it's natural to me. Perhaps it always was. This little hottie was always sitting inside me. I'm naturally passionate, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, I would like to reach for a higher vision. That's you. I really want my natural passion to mean something. I got to reach for something higher. But I love that it's like you are so feeling yourself, honey. Remember that song, I Touched Myself, because she's just so into her feeling? Well, it's kind of like that. But I'm not really necessarily seeing masturbation, but there is a card for that. There's a couple of them, actually. What I am saying is that you are so self-claiming. You're very attractive. And I don't just mean physical beauty, being handsome or hot. I mean, kind of shows from within you. I love it, that confidence. You can't really teach it. You have to learn it, maybe. Some people are born with it, but very rarely. Most of the time we have to learn it from within ourselves, and I think you have. And it looks so good on you. Don't you just feel good? The Aquarius I'm looking at, you just feel so freaking good. I don't think you need to be here personally. But if you need a confirmation today, well, I'm happy to give that to you. Two of Wands. You've had this discussion. It was active. It was not passive. Nobody ghosted. Nobody just didn't say nothing. Well, you're a piece of shit. Bye. No. There was an actual conversation between yourself and this person, which is like you. It's one of the benefits of reading Aquarius is that you often tend to get to the point or be confrontational or get your thoughts clear, which I love that. So many people avoid. I don't want to deal with this, so I'm going to give myself reasons or justification to just kind of exit, not say anything. Be super passive. No, you actually had a real conversation with this person. And Six of Swords, the Lovers, he's like, you know what, you're not for me. But you taught me a lot. You gave me so much to work with. Being connected to you, it turned me on. But it also taught me a lot about myself. I got to reach for something higher now. So you're saying that Lovers connection, that's quite powerful. It's quite potent. Of course, it's going to be sexually charged. Lots of chemistry in there, but it doesn't mean it's sustaining. Sometimes the Lovers is really that seed that plants itself inside us, and then once it's done, it's gone. We learn from it what we needed to learn. Okay. And that's what it feels like. They taught you a lot. They turned you on. But they're moving away now, or they're just exiting. Six of Swords is peaceful. So it looks like you two it looks peaceful. If they had inner turmoil, I don't know. And it's not to say you didn't either. But you're showing me this is the right thing for you, and you're at peace with it, and you've never been more turned on in your life. It's the idea of reaching for something higher now. Okay. Something that you can see yourself with in the long term. But they did their job. And you're showing me nothing but gratitude for that. Okay. And 2-1, there's that conversation right there. I understand you're going. I want you to. I'm ready for something more. And maybe you are too. But it was a very calm, very conscientious, and I would even say thoughtful conversation of 2 Wands. You can still feel the playful energies knocking around between you two. But you also acknowledge it's time for them to go. This is very fascinating. So again, I tell you, I know when something, it's not just about ending, it's like you've been reborn. You have a completely refreshed, reset Ace of Wands, and I don't get to see that too often, so that's wonderful. And confusion's over. It's like I have never been more alive with the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Look at you. Honey, look at that. You might have a lot of fire in your chart, or honey, you're just feeling yourself. When I think about you, I touch myself. Except it's not like that. It's like when I think about me, I'm excited. And you should be. You are full steam ahead. And what's pretty much radiating off of you, just please beware, You're going to attract a lot. I don't know if that's the idea. I don't know if that's the intent, but you will get a lot of attention for a while. So please be aware of that. I'm only saying that because you didn't show me any caution. It's just, you're out there. You're just out there like, you went from 0 to 60, and I understand you want to reach for something higher. So just take with you some known sets and standards and normatives for yourself, because you're showing me a close to unbridled passion just to be open. That excites you, and I'm so happy for you. I really am, especially since you're glowing so powerfully. Not because this is over, but because you understand it's done. And you're ready for something so much more, something that matches you. You're concerning yourself with match, and I understand that. Like for like, I'm just saying. You are all but throwing yourself out there because you're ready to go. I got it, honey. You are so turned on. You are ridiculously turned on, powerfully turned on. I'm just saying. You're going to attract. And maybe that's the idea. Maybe you have something specific in mind, or someone specifically in mind. I'm just saying, be prepared for attention. You're just going to have that look. You're just going to have that flow. When you walk, people are going to notice. And you might be doing the most mundane things. You probably will be. You'll just be walking. Maybe you're checking your cell phone. Maybe, you stop and have a coffee and a muffin somewhere. And people are just going to be looking at you. It's like, what's up with that? What's up with them? What's going on with them? You're just going to have that kind of attention. Okay. Or you come, confidently starting into work, and it's just another work day, but it's just you, for some reason, when you walk through the door, you're different. That's what I'm talking about. People sense energy. They also sense sexual energy, sexual confidence. It's just going to be rolling off you, honey. It's like, is that Aquarius wearing cologne today? Are they wearing perfume? What's going on? They look different. What's going on? Oh my God, are they single now? Oh. No. What? That's how you look. You're going to like the way you look. We guarantee it. What was that, Men's Warehouse? Famously. I like that guy's voice. A little gravelly, deep. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it. The Tower. Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. Yeah, at some point you turned this down. It looks like there was an offer here to continue whatever this is. Ace of Pentacles, it looks like it was an ongoing offer once upon a time with this person. Perhaps a contractual agreement, pre-existing relationship. It was an opportunity that had been renewed. Two of Cups, there was a really simple mutual sense of respect and love for each other. There was some sort of solidity to this. In the Tower, you said, no, this is not my direction anymore. People have shown me a couple of towers now. There are interesting placements and or positions. But the idea of you... So if we take the Ace of Pentacles, okay, and its time reference, which would be, contractually speaking, a year. If we took that in terms of its time reference to renew that contract, that emotional union, time is involved. It said no more time. Not another year or another season or another month, whatever it is to you. I just know that it represented as a solid possibility to do so. You said no. Okay? You said no. And the thing is that they seem to be exiting with a certain sort of grace and or dignity. You two talked about it. You talked about it. Were there tensions, sadness? Oh, sure. Absolutely. Perhaps some resistance at first. Nine of Wands, the Chariot, the Knight of Pentacles, but it's kind of like I got to move forward in this way. Or I sense this was moving in a particular direction. I get it. That doesn't mean I'm happy about it, but I get it. Okay. All right. It's so calm. It's such a calm discussion. But that, gosh, you are a little firecracker, my friend. I wonder if the firecracker card will pop out, because there is one in here that literally says firecracker. Okay. Oh, Tauruses. Slowly but surely getting ahead. Yeah. It's funny, because it showed me the Knight of Pentacles. You're showing me such fast-paced energy. The person, the lover that's going behind and saying, okay, I get it. They're a little slower. And speed isn't a crime in this context. It's just clearly you're ready to kind of move things on, to be really alive. And I think this is a slower moving energy that's parting ways. And there's some friction there at first, but honestly, I think they see the good in it, because I still see them moving forward. Okay? All right. in the tree, affairs with your family. Oops, tree. A lot of deep roots here. Okay, a lot of deep roots. You do believe in ultimately strong connectivity, roots, having your place in this world, family. Okay. Yeah. Some of you might have a lot of earth influence, but I think that the family, the tree of life, the Ten of Pentacles, the roots is still important to you. You always see them as family. Yeah, I think you're right. The way you're able to talk about this and arrive to the conclusion you need to is suggest that in the deeper meaning or the deeper scheme of things or the greater scheme of things, you two recognize each other as family, but perhaps not loving partners, not anymore. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh. Bliss, 30. I know, you look blissful. You're trying to head in that direction of bliss, 30. Okay, higher reaching satisfaction. You're like, I'm ready to go. You got your fire thrusters, they kicked in there, right? It's like, calm down. I'm glad that you're not confused anymore. You got it. We have letters A and a Q. We have the medallions of Sagittarius, Cancer, Taurus, and Pisces. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to other seasons might be important to you. Aquarius, honey, I hope this helped you. Oh, I just noticed that AQ, Aquarius. Anyway, I hope that helps you. Put in the comments, take care, be well. Gemini, welcome to your Thursday check-in. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands and just get a feel for your present-day passions. Show me Gemini, please. One more. Show me Gemini. Okay. The Magician. Queen of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Oh, do be careful with that. I have to give him a little spiel on the Three of Pentacles and wanting more. You really got to know that you want that, honey. Okay, I get it. Three of Pentacles is tricky in this context. Okay, so it suggests friendship. All right. Now your sexual energy is flowing towards that friendship. All right. But it's not exactly a friends with benefits type situation. That's an easy call. A little bit of heat, a little bit of fire around the Three of Pentacles. Okay, friends with benefits. Maybe some intrigues there. Interest, some flirtation. But the Queen of Cups is involved. Oh, and the Magician. The Magician, the Queen of Cups. A little bit higher rank there. So, from a space of love, wanting to be open in the heart towards this. So, desiring it from the heart. That friend. Now, Three of Pentacles can also be, in fairness, starting out energy. Let's connect here, see how it goes. Okay? Mutual interest. Building into something as friends first. See where it goes. No fuss, no muss. We need to see. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. Okay? Because I noticed that when people start hanging out and they insist on calling each other friends, it's very hard to take it outside of that box or the label once it's been established. However, if this is yet to be something that's really practiced, applied, or brought together, I can see from the very outset where, yeah, it could start out as mutual interest, common ground. Let's start here. Okay? So let's see. All right, what's up? What's going on? Yes, but your sexual energy is desiring something with somebody, but your heart's open to it as well. We got a soft spot for this person, for sure. We are attracted to them, yes. That's easy enough. Okay. So I just want you to see what I saw before I put these back. and shuffle it because I want this to get a little tighter. Okay, that's what she said. 8 of Wands, 2 of Swords. To communicate or not to communicate. To say something or not to say something. And if so, what do I say? How do I say it? What's the tone? Keep it light, casual. Kind of throw it all out there. Let's tighten it up. I can definitely see back here where we might be getting hung up on this idea of communication. Let's keep going. What's going on? I need to see more, please. Two of Wands, Page of Cups, same. Okay, so it's consistent. Roughly the same. It's consistent. 2 of Cups. Oh, King of Pentacles. Oh, 10 of Cups. Ace of Wands. Death. Oh, the stars. It looks like they're connected to somebody. Do you know that? I don't know if you know that. Because you really want more with them. But it looks like they're preoccupied. So just to be clear, your side, their side. You can reverse energies as you see fit, but I do need placeholders. That way people can have an idea of what's going on. Yeah. You're showing me more of the same. 2 of Wands, some communication. The lightness of it. Just engaging in that. Page of Cups, opening up your heart space a little bit. The willingness to. A little bit of conversation. Okay. To start the process. Again, your sexual energy and your emotional energy are trying to make a presence. It's part of your manifestation to get this thing going or build into it. Okay? But you want more. Now, you do, by all rights, share some sort of union with this person. They care about you. There's a sense of respect there. Okay? 2 of Cups. Technically, you two share that. I have to qualify. 2 of Cups. You can have that with anybody. So there is this sense of mutual respect. Like I said, care. I don't know how far it goes, but it looks like they're attached to somebody. 10 of Cups, King of Pentacles. Now, this could be someone who is responsible for their inner circle, heavily so, or they're very deeply involved in their inner circle. But they are showing me providership. They're showing me providership, responsibility, this kind of thing, to their inner circle, 10 of Cups. Okay? So that tells me their emotional energy and sexual energy in many ways are already in practice or in use and somewhere else. They're kind of heavy with responsibility there. Ace of Wands, Death, the Star. It makes me think in some way you don't know. Or you don't know them well enough to understand how much their responsibilities or their attachments run. You have this impression that there is mutual respect of the heart, a sense of care or sincerity. But I don't know how well you know them or what their commitments look like. I don't know that it's marriage, but that inner circle is well preoccupied and speaking ahead of their sexual energy. Okay, and I see their focus on it, as the King and Queen of Pentacles would want to do. This is my focus, this is my priority. So it's showing me providership too, and that all is well. They invest in that, making sure me and mine are all well, all well, all well. Responsibility, accountability. This is the world I'm responsible for and the people in it. Make sense? Ace of Wands, Death, and the Star. I actually see you radically transforming your energy soon. And kind of like saying, that's my bad. I'm not going to put my energy over there anymore. I'll open up in a powerful new direction. I agree with you. I do. I do. I can't help but think, I'm curious about that 2 of Cups and why is that shared between you two. And 2 of Cups is a variety of flavors. It doesn't have the intensity or rather the depth of profile that we would associate with the 6 of Cups, and it's nowhere near established like the 10 of Cups is. And so again, the 2 of Cups can be quite light, which is the impression I have between you two, or it can be well established. The 2 of Cups you would have, say, with a best friend of 20 years. I know you pretty darn well. And I love you. Okay? And I can have the 2 of Cups, loosely speaking, with my neighbor that I do care about and I check in on because she's elderly and she's got issues and she's very sweet. Okay? But she's not family. And she's not my BFF. You see what I'm saying? So I don't quite understand the context of how you two have that emotional exchange but it seems like you're pulling on the potential of the energy with this person, not knowing, even if they're not married, deeply indebted to a family system, it looks like to me. And so even if they're not married, I don't even know that they have the space. I don't know. I get it. They are attractive. They have that kind of earthian, I'm here, I'm grounded, I'm taking care of business, and that can be very sexy. It's very sensual, too, when someone's earthbound, because they tend to appreciate things like food and sensory, sound, right? And then smell. So they smell a certain way. They're going to look a certain way. They have a certain kind of voice. The earthian element is very attractive just because they pay attention to their everyday surroundings, and they're part of that. And then, the Ten of Cups, clearly they have a rich inner world, and that's going to be a very attractive person. Absolutely. Okay? But it doesn't look like they're available. So, you didn't show me anything here that's out of control. My only thing is, hey, is this a friend? And we're hoping more from it, in which case it's already kind of established. And that's where people get locked into bad patterns and waiting and things like that. Eventually they'll see me as more of a friend, and that's a background noise, but we're not fully acknowledging it. I wasn't convinced that was you. I think it was like, man, if I could just get things started with that person. Just get them to notice me. I am interested in them. They look like a catch, and you're right. They have that energy. They do look like a catch. I just don't think they're available to be caught. No. So I see some... I don't want you to feel discouraged by this because I see some really beautiful elements in you that you can take easily what you've been doing here and apply it to someone who's available. Honestly, it would be like that for you. And so it is. Ace of Wands. So again, it's not that your passion or your interest was wrong. It just needs to be changed, transformed, and put into another direction. And I'm not going to lie, you're kind of a master at that, honey. And I see that here. You're going to take that and run with it. The star, you're going to reach for something else, reach for something higher. So please keep in mind, the elements here, beautiful. Do you want to start from perhaps, say, bottom up about love and passion? I think that's what you were aiming for. Okay, mutual interest, something to work with, 3 Pentacles, and then you build upwards to make it stronger. That makes sense to me. You're showing me that you are kind of familiar with and even comfortable with manifestation. You're saying you're willing to start small. 2 of Wands, Page of Cups. Again, these are all good, achievable elements. We're just going to need to shift them elsewhere. Okay? And you do that for yourself. Once more, your passion or your interest wasn't wrong. It's just where it was going needs to change. Okay? That's it. It's not a crime to be turned on. It's not a crime to be interested in somebody. I just don't think you knew. And even if they're not married, you didn't know, how unavailable they are. Or who knows? Honey, that person could be single, but they might have 5 kids. I mean, did you think about that in the inner circle? It's family, friends. It's a huge blanket system. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't think about someone who has 5 kids. I'm saying, would they even have the space for it? Would they even be available? You see what I'm saying? Or let's say they have both sets of elderly parents that they're committed to. You see what I'm saying? Not everybody's available for a variety of reasons. It's not just marriage. Okay, that inner circle is deep, and they feel responsible for every single cup in there. That could be a lot for one person. And it may not be what you're into. You just didn't know. And you start to get to know them a little bit, and you're like, oh, okay, back off. That's not to say they're not a catch. I think they are a catch, yeah. Someone who works hard for the family. That's a huge respect. Huge respect. It may not be what you want ultimately. And frankly, they may not be available. Time, energy, effort. Okay? So yeah, we're just going to change our focus a little bit. Just going to change our focus. Okay. Let's get some advice, please, for Gemini. Although I see you already deploying the advice I would have given you anyway. But that's good. That's good. I like how you're showing me the star, which in terms of intimate tarot has much far-reaching consequences. And Ace of Wands is a great starting point, and it can be quite the experience. But the star suggests reaching for something higher. Okay? I agree. I completely agree. And I said your attraction meter isn't bad. I mean, this person has a lot of grounded qualities. They have a lot of attractive qualities, just in that sense of being grounded and focused. I thought one had flipped out. And perhaps it did. It was meant to be. It'll come back around. That's how this works. Let's see. Four of Wands, the Lovers, that's you, darling. And the Sun. Yes, by all means. Absolutely. Beautiful. Yeah, you hope. You hope for a real relationship. Four of Wands, a relationship. How two people define it. You, as being an important member to that. The Sun, happiness, warmth. You have such a generous sexual energy in you. You're such a lover, aren't you? What that tells me? Oh yeah, you can get a lot. You're a very generous lover. Very generous. You're more concerned, for the Gemini I'm looking at, you're more concerned with your partner's needs. And when those are met successfully, that in and of itself is extremely gratifying to you. For some of you, that's as good as an orgasm. That's how generous of a lover you are. Oh, yes. Nice. Yes. You ever had that moment? I know you're disappointed. This isn't the one. I'm saying you have some gorgeous elements in you. Take them and move them on. I know you're a little disappointed here, but your hope for a real relationship that you can participate in and someone can understand the energy you bring to that table, honey. Understand you're the catch too. You're single. Clearly you're single. Clearly you're available. Don't stop here. And this is okay. This life is full of little surprises. All right. You're saying it's taken a minute. I understand. I know. It is taking a minute. It's going to take what it needs to take. Okay? Think of it this way. For any one connection that you understand is wrong, you're filtering out and making space for what is right. That's all. I promise you, who you are will not go to waste. I'm not saying wait. I'm saying give it time. Continue to use these same elements that you have been blessed with. It's the right amount of everything. The manifestation, the willingness to start this, to be open to it at the right amount, at the right time, at the right speed. Yeah, I know it's taken a long time, but it won't always. Eventually you'll have the right one. Okay? So, I'm not saying wait. I'm saying hold out for what's right. And you're what's right. So keep that in mind. Okay? You have some beautiful stuff here. And honey, it's just a matter of time. You got your focus on the star. You know who you are. You know what you can do. Keep that hope. All right? You're so gorgeous. Flowers, happiness, and then grapes. Time to go out and have fun. Yes, please. Go out and have some fun. Go out and have some happiness. Lighten up. Okay? Please, go out and have some fun. You've earned it. Make some time for yourself. And who knows, that's when the best stories happen. I was just going out with, like, the girls that night. And then, I mean, this happened and that happened. And I never found my other shoe. But, you know, I met this guy. And he was, and that's how those stories start. I swear to God. Go out, have some fun. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be embarrassed by this, whatever. Move your energy on and say, okay, off that person. No more for that. No more for that. All right? Have some fun. It's this now, here in Libra season. Now, older man, dealing with relationships with an older man. This person might be an older person. And they themselves are dealing with a large inner circle that they seem to be committed to. Looking greedy. A hand. Hand? What about hand? Is that how they met you? Or you met them? Is that somebody asked for assistance once? Hey, Gemini, can you help me out with this? Was it a work context or something like that? Or perhaps it was a shared environment? Like going to the gym or at the coffee or whatever at a regular basis and asked for assistance one day, and that's how we connected, met, and caught your eye. Yeah, it just means you have good taste. It's okay. It looks like they're already preoccupied in some way. All right? A hand. Can I get a hand? Yeah. Okay. We don't need to pursue that further. Okay. Crescendo. Reaches crescendo. 10. Okay. Okay. It's at the height of it. So very close. Very close to moving your energy on and away from this. Okay? You're at the and then some of you deeply appreciate music, particularly classical music. Oh, you a fan of the classicals? Classicals. You're a fan of the classics? I know. The nonsense sometimes, it happens naturally. for free. Yeah. The classics. Some of you appreciate the classics. Oh, yes. Let me know what some of your favorites are. I have mine. Okay. Anything? Oh, yes, of course. Do some of you play cello? Violin, stringed instrument, excuse me. We have O, Q, A. We have the medallions of Capricorn and Virgo and Sagittarius. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to this season, might be important to you. We also have the owl. I know you're smart. I know. The big eyes, observation, intelligent. Yes, you are. Of course you are. You can see things for yourself. I understand. And then very wise if you hear with the captain's wheel. Wheel of fortune. Time moves forward always. And doors close. They open. Sometimes they reopen. Sometimes they're closed permanently. The point is that you move forward and do the best you can. You know when to open a door, to pursue a door, and know when to close one and lock one too. Okay, Gemini, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, what's up? We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands and just get a feel for your present-day passions. Show me Libra, please. Show me Libra. Okay. Strength. The Fool. Oh, the Knight of Wands. Tell me you're turned on without telling me you're turned on. Oh my. Yes. Oh, some of you have a very strong sexual energy. You're familiar with it. I mean, you are familiar. The Libra I'm looking at, there's no way in hell you wouldn't know. I mean, you know. I don't just mean horny. I mean sexual strength. Oh my. Oh my goodness. And apparently you're open. You're open for a new adventure. Yes. Yeah. Wow. You look, honey, you're inspiring. Jeez Louise. Whoo. Goodness me. You got some sexual stamina that can put people to shame. Goodness me. It's a... Yeah. But with it, a sense of responsibility. Strength. Actually, perfect note to reflect on. Big difference between the Knight of Wands, okay, and strength in sexual energy. Big difference. This one says, oh yeah, I have a lot of it. It's part of who I am. In fact, my sexual energy, how I feel about it, how I relate to it, is kind of a source of pride and strength for me. This suggests fun, fast, now, horny, you know. Now, in the everyday energy context, whoo, fast. This is what I'm interested in. Let's go. Let's do this. Creativity, okay, trailblazing, excellent energy just for the day-to-day, and in work. But in sexual energy, he's like, let's go, now, fun, fun, sexy time, now. Yes. So this guy says, calm down. Strength suggests we control our sexual energy no matter how strong it gets. Okay? So while this one might be associated with impulsivity, this one is associated with discipline, but they both represent sexual energy. This is at its height of it. This is at its untamed version. You're saying, I hold myself responsible for that. So you see sexual energy then as a positive, excellent, beautiful, and that it's also healthy and a big part of who you are. It's a large part of how you identify yourself is your sexual energy. Again, how you're in tune with it, how you feel it, how you express it. And you are open to expressing it, my friend. Still in a very disciplined way, but man, there are times when you want to move fast, though. I know. I get you, I think. I understand you. And it's like sometimes you just like, the world is my oyster, and I just want to sample it all. And it's like, you could get sick. Calm down. I understand you. I understand you, bro. I understand you, sis. But calm down. Control yourself. Save that appetite for later with somebody who can share it. Okay? And the Fool. Whenever less you're like, ooh. You really want to open up. You really, oh my God, King of Wands, underlying. Some of you might have some really strong. I feel like I've been saying that for several folks. It's a lot of people are showing me that Leo energy in their sexual reads today, and that's something. Hey. What's up? What's up? Okay. We are in Libra season, yeah? Yeah. Okay. All right. Pursuing, feeling the need to pursue, to hunt, is with many folks, yes? All right. What's up? So let's keep that in mind because it says I'm open. I want to explore that. I want to tap that, but in a very strong way. Okay. In a way that suggests not just anybody can satiate my appetite. Okay. All right. So strong. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There it is again, right there on the split. It's strong, but tempered. That's what a lot of people don't understand about that fire energy. It can be very strong, but tempered. It's when it's running around loose, that can cause problems. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm glad people are perceiving their sexual energy as being a strong, healthy appetite, part of who they are. It's important to them. I'm glad to see that. I don't always see that. In fact, typically I don't. So it kind of says a lot that I'm seeing so many people tune into that. That's wonderful. I don't know, honey. It's something about the coming of the fall, autumn that gets people all, giddy. I don't know. I'm the same way, though. See, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Oh, there it is again. The Fool. King of Wands, Two of Cups. Honey, you were so lit. You want love, too. You do. You want love to be involved. Two of Cups. You do. And I understand that. So you're also just told me straight away, yes, I have very strong sexual energy. Okay. Very potent. Very. But I need an emotional anchor. Otherwise, it's just not very good intimacy. Good. I'm glad that you pointed that out to me. That's important for people to understand. It's one of the reasons why I read Intimate Tarot. If it's just loose, wild, fun, free, fuck around energy, bless you, have fun with that. Just know that you're doing it and make sure whoever you get involved with understands that's where you are. Cool. The other people, they want more emotional significance because it deepens the intimacy. Beautiful. Okay. But you are showing me I want and I'm desiring sexual trust and the willingness to put hearts, emotional trust on the line. And then there's the Fool again. There you go. Taking off. King of Cups. Queen of Cups. You're headed towards water. I hope you know that. You're a ball of fire and you are headed towards water. It's not going to put your fire out, but you will create steam. So be careful with that. The steam, you have no idea how powerful steam is. It can literally peel paint off walls. So be careful with that. You're heading that direction. It's just love. King and Queen of Cups. This person, it's water. Double, triple, quad water. Lots of it. FYI, for some of you, it's Scorpio season. Or Scorpio. Both. Maybe for so much water. Oh, that's a big old lover person right there. Okay, so that also means their sex is tied to their feeling. So this is very true for water signs, particularly if you're dealing with Scorpio. The stronger they love you, the more they fuck you. Okay? In other words, and if they don't feel anything for you, they don't fuck you. And that's usually how it goes. So this person is showing me high levels of emotionality, emotional loyalty, and therefore their sexual energy is 1,000% directed or dedicated to that. So if we didn't get some love, they play. Okay, so just FYI, that's so much water. But yeah, no, they're very emotionally loyal though. I love from the heart. But deep feelers, and therefore their sexual energy is interpreted very deeply. They don't do surface connectivity. Okay, so I hope you know that because you seem to be determined to head in their direction. I do see that largely coming from you, but yes, it could be reversal. However, the way you're saying I'm doing my best to control myself doesn't tell me you're sitting still waiting for that to come to you. I see you as being the pursuer. But again, as it resonates. Okay? But yeah, no. And the thing is, it works both ways. They have to be willing to open up towards you or to take a risk on you. They see their sexual energy as, again, attached to the heart, so that means it would be taking an emotional risk on you. Okay? Okay. One of the downsides to being so water-oriented, but that's the risk you take. Okay. Let's see what's up. Strength, there it is again. My. The High Priestess. Temperance. You really want this one. I want it. You like me right now, is your eye got twitchy. I want that. Ooh. Ooh. The strength. Some of you got some really strong Leo in your chart. That's a lot of masculine. It's a lot of masculine sexual energy. Just It's coming at me. That's what they said. Careful not to scare somebody. But no, actually, it's not threatening. It's extremely disciplined. It's just your force of will towards that is phenomenal. It's very sexy. It's attractive because you're not, nothing's going to put you off. You are pursuing. I'm sorry, I see you. No, I'm not sorry. I read what's here, not what isn't. I'm seeing you as the pursuer. The thing is that you are doing it in such a cool way. You have a combination here of the masculine, which is outward control, but still a focus to move forward. And with a touch of the feminine, you're trying to listen to yourself at the same time, which is quiet and internal, and saying, Libra, be cool with this one. It's like, Libra, be cool with this one. Pull it back. Dial it back. Okay? I'm not trying to freak them out with my urgency or how much I want them. Like you are. Oh my. Who are you? You are just interesting. Is Libra your Venus? Your moon? I'm very curious about you. I don't see strong but highly tempered sexual energy like this every day. Now, you said I'm all willing to take risks. Libra got to do what Libra got to do. Okay. I'm taking that risk. I'm pursuing. They, like I said, in turn would have to take a risk on you to emotionally open up to you, therefore sexually open up to you. I just know that once they do, you got one, you get the other. I think you seem to know that because you're saying I have to temper my own sexual energy, and it's here. You see it primarily as a healing or bonding agent, and you want to experience that with them. To deepen your two's connection, its meaning, its significance, you really want access, complete access to this person's intimacy at all levels, emotional and sexual. Okay, even spirituality got involved at some point. So you see, sexuality then, it's not just something that you enjoy or that you feel the need to control or discipline. It's something that affects your heart, and you're saying ultimately, in the greater scheme of things, it affects how I experience myself and my connections spiritually. In other words, it has a lot of significance to you, and you want to experience that with them. So you just pulled three majors there towards the end. They continue to, also P.S., they seem to be intuitive feeling their way around you, opening up to you. I must say they are intrigued, and I don't blame them. Hell, honey, I wanted to know who you are. I mean, honestly, yeah, but keep on keeping on. You're... I might even put good money on that. Leo might be your Venus as well. Ooh! See, it's just all over the place. King of Wands, strength. Gosh. Even if you don't have a drop of Leo in you, your instinct to pursue this one is all the way up here. It's not bad. It's not threatening. It's not obsessive. It still insists that it has a responsibility to be commanding of thyself. Okay? Okay, now, in terms of... Are you tall? Are you tall? Not that that matters. Why are your height's coming across? You're about a head taller than this person? They say they fit you? Oh, they fit you. It's like it's nice to actually embrace, or the idea of embracing someone my size or your height or something that you like that a lot. You're very attracted to their heart space. You find it very sexually attractive too. How strongly you have the impression that they love, or that they're just heart. They're just all heart. Part of you finds them mysterious, but you have a touch of that attached to you as well. Okay, so you kind of get their process. You kind of appreciate it too. You know how to play into it a little bit. You think they're a healer? Or do you sense that they're a healer? There's something here about height. I keep coming back to that. They fit you just right, though. Okay. Legs, of course. Very attractive legs, I believe. Long hair. Unusually long hair, perhaps. Very bright. It's like they could take you on Something like that. It keeps coming across. They're similar to you, or they could take you on. Whether they might finally exhaust you. You know what I mean? That somebody could actually satisfy, like they would exhaust me. Like I know they would exhaust me. And that's the reason I temper myself right there. That would be a good one. Like they would exhaust me. 7 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, Justice, correctness here, Libra season. Getting them to starting the opening up process. I don't mean getting them to open up in terms of manipulation. It's a plan. It's a process. It's pursuit. It's healthy pursuit. It's not obsessive. I know what obsessive is. This isn't it. 7 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, Justice. You ever met somebody who wouldn't be turned off by something? It wouldn't be told no, but done so in a way that's because I understand it's correct. Okay, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. It begins. Pretty solid. It's a good start. We bypassed pages on this one. Kind of jumped into, let's open up to this, connect to it, and balance it, and see what happens. Let's take it from there. So long as it feels fair, I'll continue. Or if it feels correct, we'll continue. Libra season. 9 of Cups, and there it is. There it is. Okay. Well, pickle my figs. There it is, the 9 of Cups deployed. The emotional expression, a little bit of vulnerability, opening up. Softness, some pillow talk, romance, you name it. It's all in there. It's very good approach. The determination on you is unreal. I like it. All right, prior to January, before January, Diamond, you'll be receiving a gift or a precious gift. I'm not saying engagement ring, I'm saying diamond. It says precious, that's the key word. Something unique, different, possibly of value, but it could just be different or unique. It's between you and them. That would make sense between you or them. But there's a gift here, and this is prior to January. It's in reverse. Before the cold sets in. A flag, do not lower your standards. I don't think you're going to be put off. No. No, I don't get that vibe from you today. No. 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 Or again, it says, I sense this person meets my standards. Okay. All right. Conquest. You're going to I get that vibe from you. I don't see the sexual conquest. You said the ramifications are much bigger than that. No, you want this one. You want to achieve this one, this year's conquest. Mine completely, something like that. 29, wrath. Beware of outsiders looking in. I don't know where it's coming from. Number 29 is... Why is 29 important? I see someone with a wrathful eye who keeps an eye on you. I guess they don't approve of what you're doing, or that you're moving on, or it's judgmental. They don't approve of your choices. Is someone who is cold and by all rights is an outsider looking in. That means they're aware of what you're doing. It's very cold. It went sub-zero on that one. Feels like a disapproving female. Jealous. It's a mean little eye. Someone who keeps an eye on you. They feel they have a right to, or to judge you, or most likely wishing it was them. Number 29 for some reason stood out on that one. Okay. Well, they wouldn't be so hurt so much if they started minding their own damn business, wouldn't it? All right. We have the letters K, P, Y, G, A. We have palm hand. Sign of spirituality, also Taurus. So you might have some strong Taurus in your chart. Could be connecting to, or this season might be important to you. All right. Libra, honey. Ooh. Was there something, or was it something? Oh, if this person, there's a lot of ifs here, because you admit this process is going to take time. You don't want bad results. You want the best results from this. Okay, that's the expectation here. And you have no reason to be put off that, but you admit it's going to take time. This person, emotional anchor is a big deal for them. Because once the loyalty is there, it's there. Okay. There's something about you want that, you want all of it. You want the heart, you want the sex, you want the spiritual connection. Okay, I got you. You won't be put off. A no is a no, right? But I'm not saying no's. I like how you had just a touch of the intuition yourself. It's like, I know when to be quiet. Just listen to them. Good. Listen to what they don't say as much as they do. It's the water process. Anyway, I hope that helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, what's up? We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands and just get a feel for your present-day passion. Show me, Taurus, please. Yeah. Okay. Temperance, Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Oh, looks like we're waking up a little bit. The sexual energy is waking up a little bit. It's been through a period of calm, quiet, okay? Temperance, healing. So typically, it's sexual healing when it's active. That's exactly it. You're with a person who you feel is like a safe partner, and you can share that side of yourself with in a healthy way that is largely bonding. Beautiful. And there's other times when I see it, it's in the form of non-active, celibate, just saying to my own needs, I'm good. And it looks like many of you are just starting to wake up a little bit. So that kind of tells me your sexual energy, just for a space of healing and quiet. Okay, reflection, learning about yourself. Might have put your sexual energy away for a while, but it's just starting to open up a little bit. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, like it just started. Okay, there's some interest there, some communication maybe. Let's see what's up. What's going on there? I don't know. Something got your attention, though. Something got your attention. It's not a lot, but it's enough. Okay. That's you. King of Cups, 3 cups. I'm sorry. King of Pentacles, that's you. And the 3 of Cups. Yeah, I said something got your attention. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wanting to connect a little bit. Ace of Wands. Okay. 6 of Swords, 4 of Swords. Oh, someone's been quiet too. Oh, they're coming back to their sexuality as well. Oh, okay. What's up? Page of Swords. It's Page of Cups. 4 of Wands. It's just starting. Oh, isn't this so sweet? Oh my gosh, it's so sweet. Oh my god. All the pages here are in appropriate context. When I see a lot of little pages running around, but they're trying to carry out these big energies, it's like trying to put a 20-pound weight on a couple of toothpicks. It's just going to collapse. This is in the appropriate setting of I'm waking up, they're waking up, we just started some dialogue, we just started interacting, and it's sweet, it's tender, it's small, it's uncertain, it has some hesitancy in it, but it's perfectly normal. It's not like we're talking ourselves out of it, 2 of Swords, or playing down the clock with the 2 of Pentacles. This is really authentically sweet. Your sexual energy has been away, like I said, temperance is different for everybody. It often implies time, but yes, patience, and not being in a rush with our sexual energy unless it's active. And yours, as far as I could tell, wasn't active. It's active with somebody, and that you have a sexual healing journey with them because they're like a safe partner, and it's enriching the bond, and it's beautiful. Yours was, I've been quiet deliberately, just listening to myself and taking care of myself and giving myself some good healing. Page of Pentacles, which is your page, and Knight of Swords. However, something kind of got you to wake up and pay attention. It's like, what's that? It's not a lot, but it's just enough to get you going. And then that changes or shifts into, emotional interest. And again, 3 cups, that's perfectly manageable. That's going out, having some connectivity, lightheartedness. And you're like, yeah, I can invest in that. That's you. King of Pentacles. I can invest in that. Sure. Could be fun. That's right. It could be fun. Ace of Wands. Yeah, something caught your attention. It's a brand new opportunity for you both because you both share this. So this is in the shared position. It's that Ace of Wands. Your sexual energy is making a comeback. So is someone else's. Yours has been kind of, you're kind of reminding me, actually the both of you are kind of reminding me a little bit of Sleeping Beauty. It's like you're both kind of waking up, and it's gorgeous. Anyway, you're feeling called to this, and so are they. And that's beautiful. You both see the interest in each other. You know how it is. You catch someone's eye, and you're like, oh, uh-oh. Aw, it's happening. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I feel like you two caught each other's eyes. You just seem to know. So you open it. Open to it. I actually see you prompting it. I do. You seem to be a little bit more in tune with the feeling, or a little bit more, well, come on, let's get this going. I'll try. But yeah, reverse energies, it's just like they themselves are very much coming back too. Their sexual energy's been away or at rest. I don't quite know, but just unavailable. Long story short, unavailable, but by choice. So this was somebody's conscious decision to, I don't know, just not entertain, indulge, or give in to the sexual energies for a variety of reasons. You have your reasons, they have reasons too, you know. But it looks like both of you are responding to this opportunity. And it's so sweet. It's so freaking sweet. Page of Swords, Page of Cups, Four of Wands. Yeah. You both have this idea that this could open up to something, but again, it's not like a lot. It's not everything all at once. It's just a novel idea for someone and an emotional idea for someone else as well. Okay? It's nothing crazy. It's nothing over the top. It's not obsessive. It just literally, it's so unfolding. It's so small in little pieces. You don't really know what this is yet. I see you put a little bit more time, energy, and effort into being like, hey, would you like to go out some time? Would you like to get together? Nothing, no big deal. Maybe a coffee. And they're like, what? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's how small it is right now. So the idea is, it's like, if this goes somewhere great, maybe it might shape up into a relationship. Four of Wands is how it's been defined, but the pages are so small, we don't know how it's been defined. The idea is that it could. Okay, so there's the consideration, open to the exploration of the subject, pending results. So it's just so small, so tentative. Oh, it's so cute. They almost look like they've deliberately been away, keeping themselves isolated sexually, like they just, and you know, that's part of someone's celibacy process too. You know, you ever met somebody who's like, oh no, I'm celibate, and they're just very direct about it, or I haven't dated anyone for a long time and that's by choice. Yeah, that's them. Yours is more like, no rush. I haven't been wanting to express my sexual energy for one reason or another. It's just, I'm fine being on my own and comfortable with that. So bravo for you for being comfortable with yourself. I wish more people showed me that. But yeah, for them it's very deliberate. That was literally a journey for them. They keep themselves to themselves. Sexual energy is off limits. They're not trying, they're not looking, they're not shopping. Okay? I know when someone's shopping. That's anti-shopping. It's like, no, this is a no-spend month, except it might have been several months. Okay. But it's so freaking sweet. Taurus, okay. I'm not thinking it's Sagittarius season. I know that's what some of you are thinking. And it's 2 months, a couple months from now. But no, it's not that far out. But it's so tentative. I'm not necessarily convinced it started today either. Okay, what's up? Like, this would be someone like, you saw them for the first time at the gym not too long ago, and we're going to build up the energies a little bit. Okay, well, that's a bad example. Don't approach. That's actually a faux pas now. But you know what I mean. It's like we just caught that person's eye, or we just became aware of them. That's how tentative it is. Yeah. The stars, 9 of Cups. Wow, Page of Cups. Yeah, there's that page. Yeah. Page of Cups. Opening up to this. Emotionally, the more we do, the more we're going to find out we really like this. It's going to feel like a form of wish fulfillment, emotionally as well as sexually. Okay, that tells me that someone here is very imprinted upon. Okay, it's more than they could have expected or thought it would be. A lot more. So that's nice. But it starts out with the willingness to try, on both sides, of course. The 9 of Cups, the stars. Very beautiful. Very lovely. In terms of the sexual energy, it's so tentative. Right now I'm just seeing the thrill of having connected. And that intrigue is growing a little bit. The interest is growing. The investment is growing. I honestly see you as prompting it. I do. Okay. The Six of Swords caught my eye because that was attached to them and their own particular healing journey and their sexual energies being deliberately off limits. That is somebody who said, I'm off limits, leave me alone. And that's been their attitude for a while. I'll tell you why. I believe Six of Swords, Ten of Cups with death here. They might have had some serious disruption in their life and the inner circle. Okay. Family, friends. They might have gone through a difficult ending. Or they might have been in a space of mourning. I don't quite know. But they've been deliberately off limits for a while. Their sexual energy specifically. They didn't have the space for it. They were still recovering, changing into transforming from some sort of ending. But yes, on their own. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Anyway. I just want a little bit more backstory on that. But you, of course... sensory driven, of course. Earth sign that you are. Gorgeous. Obviously, you're going to be a little bit more on the tactile side. What you can touch, taste, see, hear, etc. Specifics I'm looking for. See, it might be Scorpio. Or Scorpio season. Which is coming up October 22nd. That's when we enter Scorpio season. See, that's what I'm saying. Somebody went through sexual conservation. They just weren't available or intentionally were not available. That was a deliberate choice. I know deliberate will when I see it. Yeah, no. Off limits. Sexual, I'm not, no. It looks like they were going through something, recovering, possibly separation. I don't quite know. Queen of Pentacles. The Hermit, you get it though. You'll get it, you'll understand. You'll understand. There's a sense of security, self-worth, prioritizing responsibilities. It'll make perfect sense to you when you understand more of their backstory. You'll get it. In many ways, you'll identify with what it is they're recovering from. You had your own reasons, by the way, for being unavailable. Yours are a little more gentler, okay? Perhaps just taking some time to yourself. Who knows? But yeah, you'll get it. As soon as you hear it, you'll get it. Anyway, what I like is that beautiful wish fulfillment there. It starts to unfold. And you two become more available towards each other, and that's beautiful. Okay, I really don't want to push this further. It just needs some time. A little bit of perspective, some time. Okay. I would say no later than Scorpio season, which is a couple weeks. What is that? Weeks. Okay. You're not exactly in a rush either. This caught your attention. And I do see you press it forward, but gently. Okay. As is your way. All right. Yeah. October. Okay. Yeah. October for sure. Yeah. October. Yeah. Technically we're in October, but still under Libra season. So yeah, between now and Scorpio season. Okay. October. And it could be Scorpio too, straight up connecting. Sure. Okay. A younger woman. Dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Okay. So that could either be you or the person whom you're connecting to. Well, frankly, younger than you, or you might be younger than them. All right. And let's see. Needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. That's interesting. Apple. Oh. I was going to say, where's the temptation coming from? I didn't understand it. A sincere wish will be granted, and I see that. But it's like, where's the temptation coming from? I think they had some hard limits. It's like, I'm not going to date anyone again or see anyone again or getting caught up in a sexual relationship for whatever reason, for however long. And you do what you do, and you kind of gently coax and persuade. And I don't know. In some way, they open up to you. You must make them feel secure. It's something like that. But I think at first they're going to interpret you as, you're trying to tempt me. You're taking me away from my goal. I said no cooking for 6 months, and I meant it. So no, I doubt it'll be that blunt. But I think at first their interpretation of you is that you're trying to tempt me. And in a way, you're kind of like, yeah, but not bad. Because you're saying, I understand you. I understand you. I get it. I've been there. I've done that before. I know. But yeah, no, you have a kind of security, and I see them opening up to you. I do. I swear to goodness, I honestly think they see you as a tempting element. Like, how dare you? I'm celibate. That's probably what makes them attractive to you a little bit, right? Is knowing that they're off market. Right? No, but it's more than that. There is mutual attraction there. You both feel it. But I think the initial interpretation is temptation. That Taurus is a no-no. That one's a no-no. Oh. Or perhaps you see them as tempting. Oh, yeah. But it's a sincere wish that is being granted. True enough. Indulgence. Surprise. Indulge me. Indulgence. Live a little. It's just a coffee, maybe, if you're so inclined. Hang out, maybe. Little indulgence. Surprise, you know. Putting something forward. Surprised by it. Weren't expecting anything. Okay. Number 4 and 11. A little bit of an indulgence. Surprise. Oh, protection. See, why do you feel protective? Or they do. Again, we have Scorpio. Number 15, protection. We feel protective of this. We feel protective of them. They feel protective of you. There's that kind of gentle persistence. It's like, I'm not going to hurt you. Okay. All right. I'm not going to hurt you. Okay. No, if anything, you showed me a little bit more security on this one and also moving it forward. So there might be a sense of fragility around this, understanding it's a sensitive situation, but nevertheless, I have to insist, it's so tentatively but gently unfolding. Okay? So yeah, someone's security might be set a little high. Okay? But no, it's like, I don't mean you any harm. I don't. It's protective. All right? All right. I don't know. Maybe being around you makes this person feel vulnerable. I don't know. But yeah, that also kind of tells me that there's a reason why they deliberately said, I'm not open for intimacy. You know? Who knows what they were transforming under? Okay. H-E-S-C-I. And then, okay. We have the medallions of Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to other seasons, might be important to you. And then we have the medallion of the child. Okay? That could be it. Yeah. If somebody has a kid, they could be very protective. You know, very selective. They don't just open up to anybody. Yeah, being a parent will do that. You tend to up the criteria and you, well, a little more off limits. A little more protective of what you have. Okay, especially if you're responsible for kids. Could be you, could be them. Okay? All right, Taurus, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your Thursday check-in. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands and just get a feel for your present-day passion. What's going on? Show me, Virgo. What's up? Okay, what's going on? Ace of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. The Fool. Hey, look at you. Look at you. Wow, brand new beginning for you. But it's realistic in your mind and in your spirit. Therefore, it's also in your sex, too. 9 of Cups, it's like you've entered this glorious era of, yeah, Virgo time. I don't know how else to put it. No, but you look amazing. You're ready for your new beginning. Opening up to it. You feel the excitement. Your sexual energy is excited. Your emotional energy is excited. Your spiritual self is excited. And you really do see it as a brand new beginning for you, Ace of Pentacles. You look great. You really, really do. And congratulations to you. You know, whatever this new path brings to you, may it be all that you deserve. You know? May it be that wonderful. It's like it's my time. And it's just, you feel so alive. It's not just your sexual energy. I really have to impress that upon you. It's the Fool. That's a spiritual concept. 9 of Cups is an emotional construct. And then the Ace of Pentacles is a realistic, earthbound opportunity. So your sexual excitement, the thrill, the energy is available in all these areas. Okay? It's like you're so excited to bring it on. I get to start over. And that prospect to you is just, it's an absolute thrill and a privilege. It's wonderful. You know? It's like, I get to start over. I get to start over. I get a new beginning. And you're so legitimately excited. All right. So, I mean, you're peaking, honey, but not necessarily for just one reason of sexual attraction. You're peaking for all sorts of reasons. You're peaking all over the place. What's going on? Show me, Virgo. I'm so excited. For some of you, that means a brand new opportunity in work, and you see it as, well, more than one avenue for a new beginning. What's going to happen there, and where else is life going to take you? Because you're so excited. It's like I'm in my era. I'm in my era of Virgo, my wish fulfillment, my new journey. For others of you, it's a brand new connection that you are so turned on by, but you see it as being very realistic in nature. For others of you, it's just new beginning across the board. All right, what's up? So don't lose sight of that feeling no matter what I see here. Don't lose sight of that. 8 of Cups, 4 of Cups. Yeah, I'd walk away from that too. 2 of Swords in the middle. Knight of Wands, 9 of Wands. Strength, 6 of Cups, and the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Interesting. Bit of a twist there in the end. I'll get to that. Just hold on to your horses. You're so ready to be there. 8 of Cups and the 4 Cups. Yeah, you walked, like I said. If that were me, I would be walking too. So that's kind of high levels of emotional dissatisfaction to the point of lethargy and detachment for you, and sexual, same. Sexual lethargy, sexual detachments. For you, it was both. Okay? And it wasn't just that your sexual needs weren't being met, it's the emotional neglect is what you're showing me, to the point that you had to walk and become unavailable to this. You're saying the 4 Cups was the biggest issue, perpetual unhappiness. No matter what you did, how you looked at it, no matter how you experienced it, no matter how many times you tried to slice that cake, it came back to be the same shitty piece of cake. And you got tired of shitty cake. A lot of people can work through sexual detachment so long as there's love in place. You understand? You would have worked through the sexual detachment with your person if there had been more love. I believe. Something to show for it. Something to stick around for. How far down that rabbit hole did you have to go before you said enough is enough and you had to walk? 2 of Swords between you and this person. Perpetual confusion. What do you want? Isn't that so infuriating? When you're in it with somebody, you're really in it, and you just, what do you want? I don't know. What do you want? It's not that simple. Yes, actually, it is. Do we have something or do we not? And most people say, I don't know, or it's not that simple. It's because they don't want to start having those hard talks or having the hard realizations. You know, it's just simple to shrug ourselves. I don't know. Wring our hands to death. That gets us nowhere. Knight of Wands, 9 of Wands. Yeah, it's like saying I have sexual energy that's not for you. So that pisses me off. Does that piss you off? I'm sure it pissed you off. 4 Cups isn't just emotional sadness, guys. It's being pissed off too. Okay, not being on the same page with somebody emotionally or sexually it sucks. So yeah, that's one of the big things that I see where this, that 2 of Swords was stemming from your side, is that clearly this person has sexual attraction, sexual appeal, or sexual interest, just not towards you. And it's going to confuse you. So what do you want? Do you want me or not? I don't, sometimes, what kind of an answer is that? Half and half? Half and half is for coffee, honey. Not our sexual relationship. So then what parts do I have of you emotionally? Now that's what I'm curious about, because you're showing me detachment at the emotional space. That tells me you used to love them. You became so dissatisfied with it. I don't see that for them. Just their sexual energy that they naturally have and how they don't allow you to have access to it. It's mixed signals. Okay? So you might have concluded on your own, therefore they don't have any feeling for you if they can't show you their intimate selves. And there's something to be said about that, yeah. True. If they had deeper feeling for you, all they were showing me is the surface concern of not sharing their sexual energy with you. So you could reasonably conclude, and you would not be at fault for that. You could reasonably conclude that they didn't, or they stopped, or they ceased having deeper feelings for you because of what they weren't showing you sexually. And I'm not saying they were forced to, they have to. No, nobody has to share anything with you. They don't have to share their sexual energy with you. They don't have to share their love energy with you. The thing is that you had a right to know. You didn't. So you were put in a position of drawing your own conclusions. Am I right? They're reasonable conclusions, honey. That's what you do. It's one of your power structures. Not so much intelligence, but wisdom. Just looking at things simply for what they are, not what they're not. The Two of Swords for you isn't going to shake out for much longer, you know? And they're like, I'm confused. I don't know what I want. You know what? I don't think that's my problem anymore. Why don't you give your I don't know to someone else? Maybe they'll appreciate it more. I don't know. How do you like it? I don't know. What do you mean you're walking away? I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know. Let's see how you like it. You can't live in I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. It's really hard for me to have sympathy, and I want to. I'm extremely empathetic, sometimes against my own cost, or just knowing that, I need to cut it back. But there's times when I can really feel it leaving me, and that's with people who are just all shoulders. I don't know. And that's where I can feel it drain, because I'm someone who very much knows. I'm very decided. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm just as wrong as anybody else, but at least I can say, I made a fucking decision. Or I declared my feelings, whatever they are. Or I made up my mind. Okay? Even if you're judged, guys, for your decisions, okay? Doesn't matter. People are going to judge you for your actions, not the choices you had. Okay? If they had seen your choices, maybe they would have better understood your decisions. So all you can do is what's right for you. This is what you had to work with. I get no feel from them, no love from them, nothing from them. Intimate. And now I'm burnt out with the disappointment. And all I got from them is shrugs. Yeah. So you made the right decision. And I see that over here. Look at that freedom. Look at that absolute burst of freedom. Now, I know many of you are like eyeballing that bottom line. Hold on. Strength, 6 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. This is not in any way an accusation. This is something that you are kind of feeling out for yourself. I don't think you're absolutely there yet, but you're figuring it out for yourself. There is a soul bond that's kind of speaking to you. This ain't it. Storyline's done. Okay? There is a soul bond that still speaks to you, emotionally and sexually. In fact, when you think about it, it kind of settles your spirit. But at the same time makes you feel strong, sexually strong, alive, very awake. And in fact, it makes you feel like you want to pursue a little bit and get the hunt. You know what I'm saying? It's unusual to see that for you. But at the same time, it makes you feel familiar, safe. It does represent someone of the past. And it's someone whose energy we've always kind of held on to a little bit. Four of Pentacles. I don't know for how long. I don't know to what degree. It's different for everybody. But I just know that you're familiar with it. You find comfort in it emotionally and possibly sexually. But it makes you feel really strong too. Almost protective. Like that's mine. So strength here in Intimate Tarot is a variety of things. It's not loose, random, silly, haphazard sexual energy that we might associate with the Knight of Wands or the Page or something. Strength is very strong sexual appetite. And in it we see pursuit, protectiveness, and discipline. All those things. It's because I feel this thing so strongly, I'm obligated to meet it with equal force. Okay? So, you have a lot of sexual charge, a sense of focus, discipline, strength, sexual strength, and a kind of need to pursue someone whom you are familiar with. They've never really left your mind. They never really left your loins. Part of you finds it very attractive. You still do. But it looks like we haven't connected to it in a long time. But it's someone you've always kind of held on to. And it's a soul bond, so in some way, they hold on to parts of you too. You remember some of those parts. So it looks like that might be your next stop. It's yours. I will say this, Tarot's a proof of choice, not the absence of it, once more. I can see something like that, and it makes perfect sense to me because it looks comfortable and correct to you. That may not be what you choose. You did say you get to choose for yourself, and that's what I want you to emphasize and remember, okay, is that new beginning that you were so psyched up and charged for. It might include someone of the past whom you've never really let go of. You still have a very strong surge towards, and you find emotionally comforting, but you may not. You might move on altogether. I don't know. Completely different direction. It's really up to you. Literally you, as I said, that the Hermit, the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is up to you. You just kind of gave me an energetic impression of someone that you still have very strong feeling for. A kind of sexual guidance too, and an emotional guidance too. So again, Six of Cups is still emotional. Love. Okay. It does represent the past and someone whose energy, like I said, you got used to holding on to a little bit, yeah. And you also had to show a lot of discipline towards. In other words, that tells me you might have had opportunity in the past to connect to them or reconnect to them. And you didn't. You had to use strength to keep them away. Especially if you were still connected to this, obviously. So this is someone who you've had a lot of surge for, but also force or discipline around. Okay. Queen of Cups, Three of Wands. Yeah. We want it to be a big old love story next time. You're willing to wait for the right thing. I understand. I get that. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, go slow. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I turned those upside down. So I didn't want to continue to see the storyline. Queen of Swords. Oh, my goodness. Everybody is showing me justice. Everybody. Oh, my gosh. It's nice seeing the energy is so immediate instead of... Yeah, I usually see them spun out and strung out. Queen of Swords, Justice. You'll actually be making your mind up about that soon. Very soon. Very soon. It says you're willing to wait for love. Yes. The right one, yes. But when it comes to that connection of the past, you'll make up your mind about it sooner rather than later. If it's good love, then it's worth waiting for. And if we can connect to that and it's good love, okay, great. If not, you'll go back to the path of emotional fulfillment and wait for the right one. But still living life, still choosing new. Okay. You'll make up your mind around that here in Libra season soon. Soon enough. If it works, if it works out, great. If not, I know what to do. Okay. That's wonderful. Yeah, got a surge around that. King of Pentacles. Oh, there you are, darling. Okay. Okay. You are someone who, by the way, your sexual energy really comes down to emotional appreciation. Do you appreciate me? Do you say thank you? Do you take into consideration what I'm experiencing? Are you thinking about me at all? Because I do a lot. You tend to show your love and therefore your sexual energy through demonstration. But what you like to receive is emotional appreciation, knowing someone loves you. Okay? You like that a lot. You're willing to do, provide. Okay? If it means that you get some actual feedback, thank you. I love you. You're amazing. You're awesome. I couldn't have done this without you. You're so great. You're so awesome. That shit makes your day. It fills your heart, and it makes you turned on, honestly. Some good, loving appreciation. So that sucks then. That really sucks, knowing that this person has sexual energy, but they don't show it to you. What a slap in the face. Yes, like most earth signs, you're very earthy in your sexual energy. What you can touch, taste, see, hear, but there's something there about the emotional appreciation, the emotional stroking. Oh, honey, I couldn't have done this without you. Where would I be without you? You're everything. Thank you so much. Stuff like that. That makes you love somebody, but get you turned on for them too. Okay. I'm very curious. This one that you have such a strong sexual desire for, but have all this discipline surrounding it. How did they show you that? Because you're still attached to them in some way. It's not an accusation. Don't take it as one. I see you refrained for years, maybe. Years. When it comes to that one, my only advice to you is think about why it didn't work out. Okay? And would it be different today than it was yesterday? Because we don't want to repeat. So I understand and respect the fact that you have a great deal of sexual strength for them and that you two have a very unique bond that goes way back. Can you honestly say that you're a different person and that they might be as well? Okay, that might save you some time and trouble. But other than that, honey, you're free to choose. You're free to choose. You always were. Okay? You look so alive, and I want you to, really, especially since you've been through all that bullshit. Oh, gosh. Oh. Yes. Beware of greed. You don't want to be greedy. You're not trying to be greedy. You never asked for more. You just asked for what was right, what should have been naturally given. Okay? Someone might have accused you of wanting too much or being greedy. Not from what I saw. When you start hitting the bottom of your tank like that, you get really desperate to get something in return. It's not being greedy. Not at all. That just means you understand that you still want to believe that there's hope that you're part of something healthy and appreciative. Okay. Flowers, happiness, sweetness. Flowers. Just saw the scales of Libra again. Libra season. Flowers, happiness. Specifically the cherry blossoms. Don't know why that stood out to me, but yes, cherry blossoms here. And I believe that's a nightingale. Flowers, sweetness, ring. A marriage will take place either romantic or business, but it begins with flowers, sweetness. I know you're commitment oriented. I know. I know you're oriented towards commitment. That's important to you. And that's a healthy goal for you. And that's wonderful. Okay, so good. By December, prior to December, younger woman. You're the second sign to show me younger woman. Who else was it? I want to say it was Taurus. I don't know. It just happened. But prior to December, that to the younger woman. Okay? Dealings or relationship with a younger woman. What's that? Dark hair, fair skin, maybe for some of you, but prior to December. But flowers. Ring. Okay. Okay. And let's see here. Oh, yours ran a little long. That's okay. Worth it. Triumph. You want to triumph. You want triumph. To be picked. Excuse me. To be picked. To be so desired. That someone should desire your fruit and just your fruit would pick you over and over again. Triumph. It being chosen. There's a catch there. There is a catch there. Not like catch 22. I mean, someone hears the catch. Either as the younger woman or the man of choosing. Ideal choice. Either. I want to be seen as the one. The only one. You do have in mind someone whom you would like to hold your fruit in particular. I see that. K-R-O. We have the medallions of Capricorn as well as Pisces. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connected to it this season. Might be important to you. We also have the Tree of Life. I know foundation, roots, and marriage are important to you. I see that. So that's why you're leaving this. Keep that in mind. They don't represent that anymore. This connection doesn't represent that anymore. Keep that in mind. Okay? And the peacock, a bit of a display. Bit of a display. Either you or that person you'd like to connect to. There's a little bit of display, a little bit of showy offy. Check me out. Look at my feathers. They're so pretty. That's all right. A little bit of cheek. It's part of the attraction element. Okay? Let me put it this way. You wouldn't go on a date smelling like... would you? You brush your teeth, you brush your hair, right? Yeah. Okay. So everybody's got a little bit of peacock. Okay? So some people really like the colors, you know? Okay. Anyway, Virgo honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Thursday check-in. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands and just get a feel for your present-day passions. Show me Capricorn, please. Okay. Four of Pentacles, the Tower. Three of Pentacles, good for you. I mean that. Okay. You know, there's nothing so awful as when I see a Three of Pentacles in a precarious position, and it's like friends, more than friends, friends with benefits, or is it something that you and I are just starting and we're learning about each other and therefore just building upon it? Well, it's not something that's just starting. No, it's a friend that you are familiar with, and you're like, I've got to let them go. So I can see where you were attracted to them. It's still over your Ace of Wands. So there was a thread, even if it was the barest of threads, honey. I'm picking up on it today for some reason. But there was the barest of threads there about your sexual energy. You found them attractive, interesting. Okay. Whatever. The thing is you're showing me Four of Pentacles, the Tower. I've got to let them go and see them as just a friend. You know. It's not going to happen. We've got to let that energy go. Be at peace with it. The Tower suggests we've been holding on to this way too long. Four of Pentacles. And perhaps they really are not more than a friend. Regardless of the attraction element or the interest or the intrigue or the light flirtation that might happen between you and them. That's all it is. That's all it seems it was going to be in this context or situation. And that's okay. The thing is that we see it. We recognize it. We get it. We let it go. Okay? It allows us to pursue other things where our sexual energy has a lot more room to express itself. Okay? So I don't know if this was like a friends with benefits. I don't know if it went there. But it is, we're holding on to it a little too long. Okay? That tells me with the Tower there, we had this false notion that it might build into something different. It might be something different. It might land differently, but it didn't. Okay? So again, the struggle is really real. But I'm glad to see that you conquered it. Or you're about to. You know, you're a friend, not a sexual safety blanket, not a backup. You're a friend. Okay? And you're not for them either. You feel like someone was keeping you along, calling you a friend, but that you understood in some low-key way that they got good attention from you, made them feel good, then that means, you know, that they were keeping you around for their own self-interest. You don't want to be that for someone else either. So, what's going on? Ace of Wands, Nine of Wands, I understand. Knight of Swords over here, Seven of Wands, and the King of Cups, yeah. Okay, the High Priestess, Page of Cups, and the Ace of Cups, good for you. Excellent, I'm glad to see you're listening to yourself, that's gorgeous. Good job, well done. Yeah, so you kind of always burned brightly for this person, but felt sexually frustrated and blocked, okay? It's like the attention was there. The attention was there. The attraction was there. The flirtation was there. But it only went so far. You never really got to stretch out your sexual energy with this person or your emotional energy. There's a reason for that. Knight of Swords, it was very kind of formal. When somebody talked, opened up and talked, the other person responded. And somebody took some action, the other person took some action. So it was very... Knight of Swords, very perfunctory. When it was time to talk, you talked. When it was time to connect, you connected. It was very straightforward, to the point, not exactly love talk or pillow talk. And yet we can't deny that there was mutual sexual attraction. There was. There was. You both played into it. But here's the thing, their heart was off limits. It's like they had no intention of letting you go further. Seven of Wands. It was a boundary thing. It was always a boundary thing, you know. They didn't want to make their heart space available to you. And I am sorry. But it seemed like there was sexual interest, which means the sexual energy was played into. Okay? For their reasons and yours. But you kind of relegated it to the box of friendship. How else could you define it, right? Yeah. Okay. So I was like, if I hold on to this, maybe one day. But no, one day came and went. That's what I'm saying here. Okay? I think you gave a lot of fire to this. and we're met with constant frustration. It's like, what is it going to take for you to get more personal with me? We get this Knight of Swords stuff, which is very good at handling assignments and running errands and making declaratives and doing jobs. But handling emotional connections or sexual connections, not so much the Knight of Swords. So it's like, what is it going to take? You see, I'm passionate for you, so I'm crazy for you. And I'm frustrated. You were sexually frustrated with this. What's it going to take to go further? What's it going to take for you to stop talking to me like a robot? It's like, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Seven of Wands and the King of Cups. It's... I think they gave you a sexual energy here that was largely defined under boundaries and rules. Okay. But the heart wasn't accessible, and they knew that. Okay, so they kept the language non-committal and unemotional, but you both knew what was going on. So I'm glad you're letting this go. I am. All right, this one's not for you. The one that's for you will choose you, and there won't be any confusion about it. You won't need any manipulation, no games, no tactics. People will just talk to each other openly about what it is that they want and what they're experiencing with you, and if they'd like to continue that experience or they wouldn't. It really will be that simple. The High Priestess, Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, beautiful. You have a feeling anyway, honestly. You probably was feeling this a couple months ago. Intuitively, this was quiet. This was between you and you. You didn't share that with him, I don't think. Is that for a while now you've been feeling like you need to move on to love, like real love? This was going to happen. This had been wearing on you, wearing itself thin like a worn out guest. It's like it's time for you to leave. Yeah, I love you, or I tried to. But I think you've overstayed your welcome. Time to clear things out so I can invite new people into my life. And I think that's very honest of you. And as I was saying, I'm telling you, this thing played down the clock. How long is your High Priestess, your intuitive self, kicking off and saying, hey, Capricorn, it's time to open up to love like real love? Not where you're just burning brightly at both ends to get someone else's attention, but you never actually get their emotional approval. Because let's be real, that's what happened here. You tried to attract them, demonstrate your value, right? And it's like the harder you tried, the more off limits they were, right? Emotionally. No. But that means they got something, most likely validation. Otherwise, you wouldn't have had this experience with them where it was stretched out. And you repeated it, 9 of Wands, and they were continuously off guard. So they know what you were trying to do. And they let you. Okay? So take that with you. Take that with you. You fed their validation or ego in some way. And I'm sure it's like, I care about you. I'm sure. But that's not what I was looking for. When I offered to go down on you, right? How much you care about me, or whatever it was. Okay, but yeah, the High Priestess, Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, that's more your style there. That's more your speed. You actually want love, not just spend time trying to attract someone else. Okay, you want love, go for love. I'd actually like to get more on that. Let's see if I can focus on that a little more. This I'm done with, and I think you are. I know you're done with that too. When? I mean, surely you've done it. By the time of this reading, surely you've done it. Say, I can't be friends with you, or I can't see you anymore like that, or really you just are a friend. But I'm going to let you go, or perhaps you don't say anything towards them at all. Okay? But just remember, FYI, when someone gets used to you feeding them validation, they have ways of trying to come back to get a little more of it. Okay? That doesn't mean that they care about you or that they suddenly realize they love you. Please be aware of that. People get used to being fed without having to earn it. So if it comes back around looking for an emotional meal with you or some sexual attention from you, you just keep in mind how many times all your efforts have been blocked, and why would that change all of a sudden? It wouldn't. It wouldn't. Okay. All right. 7 of Pentacles, Page of Cups and the King of Cups, yeah. Yeah. Stretched it out over a long period of time. So, are you done with this? Are you done being called a friend? They learned to give you a little bit over the years, but they never really let you into all of their heart, you know? Okay. So, are you done? Okay. Five of Wands, tension, argument, Chariot, moving forward. Wanting to get away from it. Two of Swords, uncertain. I understand that. Let me see where you're more decided, please. King of Pentacles. The Stars. That's better. That's better. That's better. Some of you will aim your new love endeavors at the start of the year. Possibly, though, I believe closer to your season, which, of course, will carry over into Aquarius season. So back to back there. I believe once we get into your season, right now you're showing me restlessness and I have to get rid of this or be done with it or allow myself to move on from it. They're not going to put up too much of a fight, and that's going to irritate you further because it's just kind of further proof. Okay, but yeah, I think by your season and then inwards to Aquarius season. Reaching for that new love because you deserve it, because you're worth it, and the Stars has so much more importance than whatever that was. Okay. Okay. Now, had it not been for the opening here, this might have been very different. I could say that this person has a guarded heart, boundaries. Here's the thing. You don't stretch that kind of denial out for several years and call someone a friend while you're still receiving sexual validation. That's how I know there was no intent of ever really letting you in to their world. Okay? It's okay to see a guarded heart. I see that all the time. But this is someone, they weren't ready to be in love, fine, but then they had no business, and no matter what way it showed up, for your attention. It asked for it. It literally asked for your attention. Someone who knows it's not going to go anywhere, they don't ask for your attention. Done. They don't. They just don't ask for your attention. They have no right to. They're not going to do anything with it, and they damn well know it, so they don't ask for the attention. Because they're not an ego-driven or validating, self-validating asshole. It's just ridiculous. Bell, announcement. Oh, so you're going to make a declarative. Yeah, I did see a stink, but not too much of a stink. They didn't fight too hard. I mean, what are they going to come back with? Bell, announcement, pineapple, in reverse, reconciliation. I got news. I won't be seeing you ever again. Oh, good for you, honey. Good for you. I'm glad you're sticking up for yourself. And I was wondering if you're going to go silent, strong-willed, or if you're going to say, oh, no, don't call me with your problems or your bullshit or your little wink winks or your flirts. No. I will never see you again. Done. Okay. Pleasantries. Very pleasant. Pleasantries. Oh, we're just very pleasant towards each other. We're just very nice towards each other. We receive each other's pleasantries. We just have a little thing. Okay. 25, it got reduced, eh? Self-worth. Yeah, and it got reduced to pleasantries. Friendship. We're kind of special friends. It's no big deal. And, and that came down to self-worth, honey. If you continue to allow yourself to participate in that structure, it was wreaking havoc on your self-worth. Yeah. You didn't give it up because it was doing wonders for you. Let's put it that way. Okay. All right. I, B. And then we have the medallion of Sagittarius. Might even push into Sag, or prior to. So Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius. Absolutely. You might have some very strong Sagittarius in your chart. Could be connecting to. Or this season might be important to you, Capricorn, honey. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Thursday check-in. What's up? We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands and just get a feel for your present-day passions. What is going on? Show me Scorpio, please. Okay. Six of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, And Six of Pentacles. Hey, nice. Nice, comfortable, and based in the real. It's happening. That's beautiful. Nice, even balanced distribution of energies and efforts. Love it. Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles. This is so comfortable, but deeply tied to somebody. A soul bond is here. The Ace of Pentacles, that's lovely. That's really lovely. And of course, your sexual energy is running through this. It looks so comfortable. Okay, so easy, so well defined, and an equal distribution of energies. Okay, it looks strong. It looks healthy, balanced. It's wonderful. You and this person, of course, go way back. You have many a memory. And just a very comfortable balance. Okay, it goes back and forth pretty darned easily. I like that. Ace of Pentacles is really real. This was an ideal connection for you both. What's up? Yeah, you love this person. And you two have a unique way of balancing. But in that, your sexual energy is very comfortable. Attracted, I can see that you freely give yourself to this person. No qualms. Okay. When Scorpio is sexually relaxed with somebody, they just give themselves. Because they want to, because it feels right. Okay. But it's so back and forth, it's so fair. Lovely. So lovely. So many memories here, too. Oh, I saw you. Page of Swords. Four of Pentacles. The Lovers. Six of Swords. Fuck is that? Knights of Pentacles. Justice. Ten of Cups. Yeah, I was ready to say, you comfy and cozy as hell, so what am I saying there? Page of Swords, Four of Pentacles, in some way you're aware of it. It may not be by a lot, but you're aware of it. I should say, this is established, guys. It's comfortable as hell. It goes back and forth. And an established free state of, we work well together. You and I have been together forever. We're very comfortable. We love each other. We give the best of ourselves to this every day, back and forth, fair and square. Emotional, physical, sexual, everything. I mean, it's gorgeous. You two have created a wonderful, ideal opportunity with each other. It's wonderful. And I see the continuation of that. So, by all means, continue on. That's wonderful. This top line, it's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a mess. Yeah, in some way, you are aware of an old lover's connection. It still impacts you. You're still connected to it spiritually. Physically, no. Sexually, most certainly not. Mentally, it looks like a mental and spiritual thing at this point. You're aware of it to some extent, but it's very minimal. You're aware that in some ways you are still very much connected to it, and part of you holds on to it, even if it is non-active. And you're also aware that it holds on to you in some way, even though it's non-active. And the lover's connection is right in the middle. This is someone whom you used to know. And I have no doubt deeply impacted you and you them. Okay? You're aware of them to some extent. They're aware of you to some extent. I don't see you doing anything with that knowledge. I don't see you pursuing it. You're just kind of like, yeah, I know who it is. You're actually very honest about it. Like, I know who it is. Sometimes I think about him. I know. Whoever that is must have left a very deep impression on you. And you on them. Six of Swords, Eight of Wands. This is someone who's deliberately had to give up on this idea of communication. Okay. And in fact, it was like a goal they have or might continue to have. It's like, don't talk to Scorpio. Don't think about talking to Scorpio. Don't look at Scorpio, something like that. They got to move away from the communication. Move away, move away. The idea of it, never mind acting on it. So it's more like an idea in this person's mind, just kind of like the way you know who it is in a very kind of low-key way. They have a kind of similar process of leave the thought of talking to Scorpio behind, leave it behind. And it's kind of like a dedicated effort every day, like a little goal. That's another day I didn't reach out to Scorpio. See what I'm saying? That's a very strong connection. You both experienced it once upon a time. I don't know why I'm saying it. Just to let you know, something like this, we'll never really stop experiencing it, I suppose. It's one of the most complicated bonding systems you can have because it's a mental choice, it's an emotional choice, it's a physical choice, spiritual, sexual, and it has to line up. If one side's not ready, but the other is, it's misaligned, and vice versa. You might connect to it, disconnect to it over the years. Eventually, things line up right, depending on one or both of yours' willingness to change and get confrontational with yourselves. But clearly this connection wasn't chosen, but it was deeply felt. It left a lasting impression on you. I see where you try not to overly indulge in it. You're aware of it. You said, I know who it is. I hold on sometimes to the idea of them. And they have to kind of make a dedicated effort to not think about their words to you or what they would say to you. It's like, don't do that, don't do that. Okay. Beyond that, I don't know. Given what I'm seeing here on your side and their side, I don't know how far it went sexually or emotionally. I don't know. But I know that every now and again you two cross signals. Okay. When you think about them, they're thinking about you too. And it can get a little weird right there in that moment. Because you can be doing something, right? Like this, imagine, I'm just out there, I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking something. And it just had that moment where I know who that is. And I'm thinking about them. And you have that impression that they're reflecting on you. And then you just go back, your day goes back to normal. That's what I mean. Like, that's how small that signal is. So, I know that you two are mentally connected. Spiritually, too. It seems to me, though, you would know the purpose they served in your life. I think I have an idea of what that is. Do you see that absolute gorgeous balance there? Most likely this connection taught you what imbalance was. Okay. When you choose imbalance, you get imbalanced results. But the temptation to do so is quite high when it's the lover's connection. It's very strong. So imagine you chose this to the point that it became extremely unbalanced and felt unfair or bad or just ridiculous, like it would never even out. So being with this one is grounded and extremely balanced, healthy, very healthy, and prosperous too, I might add. It's like you two have just started making pentacles, honestly. So it's basically everything you have with this. I'm going to go ahead and hazard the guess because I know the lover's connection quite well. Everything you didn't have with this one. Thank you for being a strong connection, but you taught me what I needed. Being connected to you taught me what I needed. Because I see you continuing on in their merry way. Like you have your moment with them. Every now and again you cross the connection with them, but you have your moment. And then life resumes. Beautifully. No rush. Knight of Pentacles. Justice, Ten of Cups. Harmonious. You resume. You literally have that moment every now and again with them, and then life resumes. It picks right back up. You have a wonderful, balanced inner circle that goes beyond this companion. Family, friends, all is well there. And you continue on in that path in peace. And love and support. So that would be my first guess. Everything you didn't have with this person, you have here, and you understand what this was about. Thank you for teaching me. This is what I felt for you, but this is what I deserve in reality. Balance and peace, and have everything returned to me that I deserve. Okay. Other than that, guys, in terms of your sexual energy, I bet you were crazy about them. You try not to think about that too much. And I'm sure the same is for you, because Eight of Wands is still, in theory, attached to their energy. They think about the words with you. So that kind of gives me some insight about their sexual attraction towards you, is that they love your words. Wands is communication, so that also extends to some extent the voice. So perhaps they love your voice, your words. Or that's how you two expressed your sexual energy, is mostly through conversation. It could be exciting, it could be fast, it could be free-flowing. They think about the words a lot. It's like a little goal every day. Like I said, another day I don't talk to Scorpio or look at Scorpio or think about Scorpio, and I get that, I do. I understand that. But your sexual energy with this person is so even. They're so like you. They can return what you give very easily, and that's good. That's wonderful. That's excellent, honestly. Ideally, Scorpio is sexually matched with someone who can return their effort, which can be a dangerous prospect because we can be so terribly exploratory. Not everybody's into that. So the fact that it's welcomed from your partner's part, they want you to express yourself, and it's returned to you, that's glorious, you know? Because we are who we are. Okay? You take that love to a deep place, and therefore the sexuality. So they must be a really good fit for you. Okay? But I love the actual 3D balance. It's beautiful. You killed the unhappiness. You had to transform it, change it. That connection is deeply tied to it as you were. It made you phenomenally unhappy, I believe. Queen of Cups. The Magician, the Four of Wands. You just want this relationship. You just want it to be healthy. That's all. That's all you want. It's a very simple manifestation, and it is being returned to you. So your manifestation here is correct. You will know if your manifestation is being returned because you'll be living it. Okay? It's equal. Yeah, you just want more of the good stuff right here. And you're living it. Nothing is breaking your stride here. You have those moments, you have those glimpses, you have those... Like, why did I just think about them? And it seems like in your mind's eye, they're reflecting on you, and that's the Lover's connection. Okay. Four Swords, Ten of Cups, King of Swords. I feel like this is your companion, the one that brings you peace and stability. Very calm mind this person has. They give you a soothing effect, a lot of reassurance. Someone who's very intellectual. They're part of your inner circle, an integral part of your inner circle. They have a very soothing mind, very smart. They know how to talk to you. Okay? Again, everything you have here is likely the opposite of what you didn't have over here. So perhaps this person, they enjoyed your words, but they didn't know how to talk to you. They might have enjoyed your words, but they didn't know how to soothe you. They might have had very strong feelings for you, but they didn't know how to balance anything with you or give to you what you were deserved, something like that. So again, all the good stuff here is what works for you. This was a lesson in what didn't. But you had to be attracted to them to know that. Okay? Okay, I'm not going to push it further. It's reiteration, so just please know that these pockets, if I was doing an in-depth for you today, I'd call this pockets. It's pockets of connectivity with that person. Okay? I understand. I do. Yep. No, Oracle card, no, come back. Oh. Hold on. Flowers. You get some flowers. You might get some flowers on your birthday. We're so close. Couple weeks, honestly. The season just flying by. It's time of the flowers. Cherry blossoms here, but flowers, happiness. Yeah, sweetness. Yeah. Sentiment. It's returned to you. Sweetness. Just simple sweetness. Love. Simple forms of affection. Archway. Opportunities, possibilities, and pathways are opening up. Like I said, I feel like the pentacles between you two are just getting started. It's opportunity after opportunity, brick upon this foundation that you have with this person. The emotional construct is safe and secure, and it flourishes quite well. You two are building the whole world, and it looks very comfortable. And I don't know how long you've known this person, but a while. Long enough that you say that they're a soul bond. They're a soul bond, okay? I love that. They're so gentle with you. They really know how to talk to you. Okay. You know what? My first impression, though, seeing this person, such a strong mind, very calm. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. It was just, this was my first impression. Does this person know how, when you get wound up? Don't ask me how, you know how. When you get wound up, does this person know how to talk you off the ledge? When we get a little too intense. Okay, truth, 22. More of that air energy, possibly Aquarius. Could have connected around Aquarius season, but 22, truth, comfort. There's that comfort. There's that comfort between these two people who are so comfortable with each other, so connected. We're very aware of the chemistry. Very aware of the chemistry. Oh, this is the other person. I know it is. You're aware. I verbatim, go back and rewind that shit if you don't believe me. I said you're aware of it. You know. You're not dumb. You don't deny it. You just try to minimize it. Okay? They do as well in their own way. So I suppose in a way, honey, if it helps you, you made an impact on them too. You may not know. You probably don't. That's because it was imbalanced. You may never really know how you affected them. And that's a fault. It's a fault between one or both of you. I never told you how you affected me. I never told you what I really thought or what I really felt, and that's going to be a fault on at least one person's side, if not both. But the thing is, we are aware of that chemistry. You both are, to this day. You never denied it. You know. And in a way, you kind of hold on to the signal as precious, but you try not to indulge in it. You understand it was special to you. You understand it was special to you. Okay? All right, that's enough. Sorry, I pulled another one anyway. Hello. 22, 16, 3. Romanticism. Fidelity. We had romanticized this notion of more, and now you have more. So we can kind of take it out of the fantasy realm and into reality. That's what you have now, is the real thing. You've always kind of hoped and romanticized fidelity as something beautiful and healthy, and you have it now. It's not a fantasy anymore. It's real. It's really real. Okay? All right. Okay, we have R, L, T, G. Oh, and lots of medallions here. Lots of them. All right. Sag, Capricorn, Pisces, Aries. 2 Capricorns. And a Cancer. All right. You might have any very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to, or the season might be important to. In terms of your personal sexual energy, honey, it just feels so comfortable and soft and relaxed and giving to this healthy connection. Again, I cannot emphasize that enough. Your sexuality is completely open to this person because you love them completely and it's returned to you. And because you're showing me emotional security, you're showing me sexual security. That's why I didn't really emphasize it. I don't have too many details here, other than the fact that your sex is very much tied to your heart. So the deeper you love this person, the more sexually active you are with them. You are extremely comfortable with them. You understand? So that includes your exploratory nature. That means you're willing to try new things with this person because you understand it's safe. Okay? So there's that as well. Other than that, I didn't get too many specifics other than the fact that you're just comfortable. I'm comfortable with you. I'm comfortable with you. I'm comfortable with you. I throw my love onto you, and therefore I'm throwing my sex onto you, but it feels safe. It's comfortable. And I can see why that person's crazy about you, honey. They want to make sure. That person is invested in making sure you stick around. They are invested in making sure that you feel safe and secure. They don't want to miss out on that love. They don't want to miss out on that sex. And they don't want to miss out on that structure, that stability, and the opportunity that you're both bringing to the table. It'd be crazy not to. So again, they're giving you everything that strong connection didn't. And that was your lesson. Okay? Proof, not potential. Okay, anyway. Hope this helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, what's up? We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands and just get a feel for your present day passions. Show me, Pisces. Oh, I'm hungry. You know how it just kicks in? It just kicks in. Well, there you go. I just realized in that moment, oh, I'm hungry. What's up? What's going on? Show me, Pisces. The Lovers. 3 of Wands. The Hierophant. What's going on? You're showing me, or somebody's showing me, Lovers is here. So, duality. Reverse energies at this point. So early in the game, too. All right, the Lovers, Three of Wands, the Hierophant. Someone's showing me spiritual commitment to a strong connection that seems to be at a distance. Is that a temporary distance? Or are we waiting? We really believe in this connection. I mean, we really believe in it. We stand by it. So the faith is there. Very strong sense of faith in this connection, which is beautiful. That's a lot of conviction. Kind of does me proud right there. Someone has a lot of faith and conviction in this strong connection, but it's either at a distance or they're willing to wait. Ooh, tricky that. The passion's there. That's a no-brainer. So that also tells me someone's committed to their sexual energy towards this connection. It's like the best of me goes to this, or that's the intent, or that's the feeling. That's the idea. I want to tell you, someone's really lined up to that connection and they won't deviate from it. This is a divine connection. It's a spiritually divine connection, and I think whoever's thinking that is correct. I do. What I have a concern about is that Three of Wands. Is it either at a distance, or are we deliberately waiting for this connection to fall into place at the right time, or like what's going on? Because the passion's real, and the spiritual devotion is real. Okay? All right, what's up? What's going on? What's up? What's going on? Yeah. Yeah. Nine of Wands, Ace of Wands, Judgment, divine timing, Four of Cups, the High Priestess, Queen of Cups. Oh, you say it'll be your time eventually. Okay. Well, somebody is. Nine of Wands, you're showing me frustration. Sexual frustration, just general frustration. It's not just all sexuality. It's kind of like you're anxious. You're anxious. So even over here, I'm saying deliberate calm. Deliberate calm. I'm devoted to this. This is mine. In time. I'm thinking now. In time. This one's mine. Or in time. It'll be my shot or my chance, or our shot, our chance. It might just be beyond I. At this point, it could be our. But there it is again, underlying. So, good chance it is our dialogue. One day it'll be our time. Maybe you're right. That would imply a certain spiritual faith and devotion and sexual devotion and all that. Roughly the both of you at the same time. But you are, despite all that kind of spiritual coolness over here, that level-headedness, I am still saying frustration. This isn't easy though. No, you're not. You're right. That's not easy. It's not. When we choose to wait, no matter what the reason, you can say, but I have my reasons. Okay, you have your reasons, but still waiting takes energy. It's people, I don't know what it is. If people understood the cost of waiting, they think it doesn't cost them anything to wait. No, it costs you a lot. But I have to say, your motivation's incredibly high. You have a particular conviction, and I believe someone else does as well, that perhaps it'll be our time. Knowingly or unknowingly, that's the vibe here. But yeah, the cost for you is a growing sense of impatience, despite all the cool level-headedness there and the willingness to wait at a very powerful level. Still, reality hits. This is frustrating as fuck. Yes, my new beginning. And it's really hard for me to just sit here and wait. That's the reality. That's the price we pay. Okay. But nevertheless, you're doing quite well. Okay. Judgment between the two of you. Oh my. Judgment here between the two of you. Lessons on both sides, but also a sense of divine timing. Yep, that's what I'm leaning towards. Not common. Not common. I hate it when I tell people you gotta stop waiting because this is hurting you. But for you, there's a conviction here. And the other person too. that person that we're devoted to, spiritually, it'll be our time. They are being met with an ending, and it also means the end of a particular unhappy cycle for them. Overall, full stop. I'm not doing it in depth. I'm not, if I see advice, okay, fine. But you would know what they're going through that's closing out, I think. Very unhappy. And that cycle's coming to an end. So for them alone, I'm quite happy for them. I don't want anyone to live in a place of unhappiness. So if it must end, then it must end. And that cycle, it's not a surprise to you, represents emotional and sexual dissatisfaction. So there's something here that's clearing up, finally ending. It's done. They're winding it down. They're closing it out. And I think that's where that conviction's coming from you. There will be our time for us now. If there's overlapping timelines and a certain sort of messiness here, that's not the reading I'm seeing today. But as it resonates. Okay? All you really told me is that you already have a kind of spiritual devotion to this. It's mine. Or I intend to be part of it. And they do too. So the background story is the background story. Okay? High Priestess, Queen of Cups, the Magician. Yeah, we feel that we're on the right track and we need to keep on keeping on. It's an intuitive process. That love's going to open up to you, and you want it to. You want to be available to it, ready to go. Wrapped up in a bow and ready to go. Heart fully open and available. Intuitively you feel this is the place. But I will say this, you also feel it's not your place to interfere. That is correct. That cycle needs to take place on its own terms and its own way. And I think that's why you're showing me growing in patience. If it were me, I would have had this done, but it's not you. And again, this is the consequences of putting yourself in a position to wait. You say you have good reason, but again, there's a cost to it. Okay? Nobody gets out of anything scot-free. There's always a price to pay. Even if it's not seen, it's still there. Okay? When I have not a fucking clue. You might have more progress, however, realistically, I am seeing a deeper sense of satisfaction for you, more internally knowing by your season, Pisces season. Okay. And what is that, a couple months? But this cycle is not on your terms, it's on theirs. This is something that person, they have to do for themselves. Okay? That's part of your journey, and then I believe your two journeys can begin. And that's the bigger goal, that's the bigger picture. Okay? All right. Let's get some advice, please. Here's what's very interesting. Distinctly either A, yours, or B, not yours. Very interesting. A lot of spiritual elements here today on this board. A lot. I don't deny that. I don't. It was also your place to understand that this was not for you to interfere with. Okay? But it will be your time when it's your time. Six of Swords, the Four Swords in the world. I know. You've told yourself many times to just be cool and calm about it. Six of Swords, Four Swords, the world. Okay? I know. It's closing out, it's closing out, it's closing out. Okay? You told yourself to be cool. This is a major cycle. It's closing out, and then we're in the free and clear, or we'll finally be together. I really don't know the context. I don't. But the idea is once this is done, you know, Knight of Wands, Two of Swords, the Passion, Nine of Pentacles. Is it right for you to demonstrate passion towards this person? Well, you've already showed me a kind of spiritual and emotional devotion to this. But that's for you to decide. I think if you know if it's not your place to interfere with their cycle ending, the same would be true for any other kind of energies. Okay? I don't know that your influence would necessarily be a good thing. Nine of Pentacles, or a bad thing. It's more like what's the right thing for you in this situation. But if you know not to interfere and just kind of wait patiently for this to cycle out, the same would be true for your passionate energies, I would think. But ultimately, that's up for you to decide. Tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. I want you to do what's right and correct for you in this situation. Okay? you know? But I think how you treat one would probably be best than how you treat the other. But that's up to you. Okay? All right. Real talk today for yours. For those of you who are watching and you want to tell me your disapproval, you're free and welcome to do so. I read the cards. When I see things like this, I get a lot of push. And while I see a lot of beauty in this, and there is a lot of beauty here, it's still tarot. Real tarot is real life. Okay. I'm not anybody's judge, jury, or executioner. I'm not anybody's therapist. I'm not your mom. I'm not your dad. I'm not your teacher. I'm not a policewoman. I think I'd be a sexy one, but I'm still not one. So no, it's not my place to be like, shouldn't be hoping for this at all. They're clearly ending something intimate already. Yeah. And who's to say how long Pisces has been on the sidelines? Not actually in a physical relationship with this person, just understanding in some way that their deepest desire would come true in time. I don't know the context of this. I'm not in it. I don't have the details here. I read what's here, not what isn't. It's not for me to say. I can give advice, sure, if it's warranted, if it's there, if it just makes common fucking sense. And it seems to me it's common fucking sense for the Pisces who is contemplating if they should demonstrate some passion or not. Well, if you're not going to interfere with how this cycle's closing out, then perhaps keep your energy to yourself in the general sense. Common sense. All right, December, career, unicorn in reverse. Yeah, a career here at the desk, working, writing. Something here is not working out. It's not supposed to. It might be finalized by December then, particularly where the contracts are concerned and the finalization, but it's nothing special. It's not unique. It's not going to be saved, I believe, in the 11th hour. No. It seems by December things might be a little more finalized, perhaps more on the legal side of things in December. Okay, and that would make sense towards the end of the year, and that might explain why I've seen the world twice. In other words, end-of-year readings. Very common this time of year. Anticipated to be in the free and clear by December, long story short. But yeah, there's not going to be any sort of unique challenges here. It's just the time it takes, I think. Okay? All right, this one. Allure, number 1, and romance. Very alluring. Okay. Romance. We feel the allure of this, the romance and the sweetness of it, and this thing unfolding. And the kind of spiritual devotion you're showing to this is quite remarkable. Okay. You seem to be devoted to being there for this person when their cycle closes out with a certain level of commitment already in place that they're your person. Okay. But I understand. You feel the allure of it, the magic of it, the romance of it. And I get it. It's a strong connection. And it is very alluring. Do me a favor. When you and your person finally get to kick things off, take a breath. Okay? Take a breath. Take a breath and make sure that you are observing reality, not just your emotional self. All right? There's something about this that's so idealized, but I have just as much belief that this is a spiritual timing thing as well. Yes. Okay? Okay, the letter Z and N. Is there another one? Okay. And P. We have the medallions of you. Okay. So, again, the markers being somewhere between December and perhaps your season. That's not a lot. It's 2 months difference. Okay, and then also the Book of Wisdom, touch of Virgo there. So you might have any of these strong placements in your chart. Obviously, Pisces could be connected to other seasons, might be important to you. Okay, Pisces, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments, take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Thursday check-in. What's going on? We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands. And just get a feel for your present day passions. All right, what's going on? Show me Cancer. Okay, what's up? Two of Cups, the Hierophant, Three Cups. See, if you have any Pisces in your chart, check theirs out. They had the Hierophant distinctly in their opening too. It was a little more immediate, which is good. But still, if you have any Pisces in your chart, perhaps check them out. I promise you I'll shuffle the hell out of these things. So it's meant to be is meant to be. You just might have some straight up Taurus in your chart, and that's it. Could be that simple. Two of Cups, Three of Cups. You're showing me a certain spiritual devotion to connect to something from the heart because you want to, because it feels good. You're saying that's where I am. That's how I ride. That's just me. That's me, baby. I got to connect to this because you believe in it. You believe in it for yourself, and it feels right. So you keep bringing it together. You want to, or you want to bring it back together. Three Cups is either connection or reconnection. I just know that the feelings are involved, and as far as you can tell, yeah, they're pretty fair. It's good. You feel like you're part of it, and you would like to continue to feel like you're part of it. You're showing me emotional devotion. It's like, I believe in this. I do. And you do. You really believe in this. And, of course, your passion's running through that as well, the Ace of Wands. So I know that there's attraction there. All right. Interest, of course. For sexual attraction, yeah, absolutely. And so, to some extent, you're devoted to bringing that together as well to experience it. Okay? All right, there you go, right there on the split. Saying about some really strong Taurus in your chart. Warmth and generous. You have a very warm energy, very warm, very secure. Okay, it's nice to see that. That's the person you just want to give a big hug to. Yeah, maybe a little more than that. It's true. There's something to be said about that sense of security. It can be a huge turn on for people. So, are you physically secure? Are you emotionally secure? Are you spiritually secure? You just seem to have that warm kind of body you want to give a big hug to. Anyway, what's up? What's going on? Okay, what's up? Ace of Swords, the World. Interesting. Knight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, King of Wands. You already have that truth attached to you. Fascinating. Eight of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Queen of Cups. Oh, roles can be reversed. It's just you're presenting yourself in such an honest, straightforward way today, and you are actually heading in a particular direction when you come bearing a truth. And that's wild. It's wild because it's just so distinct. It's so honest. You were just so straightforward. I'm loving this because sometimes it's not always so easy to peg down the water signs. You're so honest. I love it. Thank you. This might be your shortest read ever. Ace of Swords, you come bearing in a truth. You're saying something, my world's over. That chapter's concluded. I know this, and you're pointing that truth at somebody. You're headed in a direction. Knight of Pentacles, you're going to tell them your truth, I believe. Four of Wands, King of Wands. Yeah, whoever that is they share a certain energy with you too, or they'd like to, or perhaps they're naturally very passionate or very warm themselves. As someone who's very fiery, just knows themselves, knows how they move, knows how they flow. Perhaps they're blessed with creativity as well. But this is someone who's not passionate, shy, not at all. They say this is part of who I am. It's just me. It's how for them, this is how they also build into relationships is, my passion to you. If I don't have passion, it's not really a relationship. So that does tell me they are interested in stabilization and building something. So that's wonderful. Okay. But in the core of who they are, they're a very passionate person. They're very warm, can be very sexy, very charming too. But yeah, perhaps they're a good looker too. King, Queen of Wands, what are you going to do? It's not an absolute, but I'll bring it up. They have Four of Wands, so I know that they're relationship-oriented, and one of the things they expect to bring to a relationship is a sense of passion, drive. What are we building here? I got to know, because I can be intense. Right? That's the kind of vibe they're giving. They mean it. But yeah, you come bearing in a truth. You have a cycle, but it's behind you. It's like old news, but it's important news. Otherwise, it wouldn't be the Ace of Swords. So, for those of you who closed out cycles, whatever they mean to you, congratulations. You're moving on with your life, clearly. Okay. Slowly but surely. It's not like you went crashing headlong into them. It's like, hey, hold up. No, you didn't do any of that. You took your time. Very careful. Knight of Pentacles. And it's interesting because they're showing me that towards you as well. So that's technically what you two share is the Knight of Pentacles. So even though their energy burns fast or hot, it's in connection to a relationship. Otherwise, they move quite slowly. Okay? Yeah. So it's looking like they're returning that to you. It's like, that's got to be the slowest what's up I've ever seen, but that's cool. That's fine. You took your time, and they're taking their time to respond to you. But, yeah, there you go. Nevertheless. Eight of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Queen of Cups. Yeah, you both kind of find your rhythm there. And it's a lovely rhythm, actually. Eight of Pentacles, you two are working on something. Four of Swords. But even though I often see Four of Swords in Intimate Tarot as masturbatory energy, okay, that's easy here in this context. You both probably please yourselves to the other person's image or thoughts or feelings, whatever. It's not really like that. It's as you two work together. Like I said, you find your space, you find your rhythm. And you heal in each other's company, it seems. So it's mutual. Maybe you mutually masturbate in front of each other. I don't know. This is Intimate Tarot, in case I need to remind anybody. Okay, Queen of Cups. That's beautiful. The heart space is flourishing here. So what you two are doing is working. You two are finding your rhythm together, and it's beautiful. It's calm. It's orderly. It takes shape. You're both expressing yourselves quite well and comfortably. And as you two continue to bond, you both enjoy the benefits of healing, sexual and otherwise. And then, boom, there's the heart space, Queen of Cups. There you are. Looking very at ease with this. You look at peace in your heart. Okay. So whoever this is with you, you both enjoy the benefits of emotional healing and sexual healing and relationship healing too. There's something here about the consistency that you find extremely attractive, and I don't blame you. When someone starts showing you emotional and sexual security, and you're responding to it, and you're like, this feels good, I feel like I'm safe here and I can flourish here, you start to create worlds. It's a very comfortable world I'm seeing created. But I like how the more you two are in each other's company, you feel like a more complete person, and so do they. And I tell you, this, when I see stuff like this, it confuses people. They're just like a little fiery hothead. No, it has purpose. They're a builder. This is how they take their energy and they build it. They do things with it. You know, I understand that fire energy. Fire burns. It needs, give me something to burn. But not in a bad way. It's how we create worlds. Okay. Yeah, no, they're all about stability. I know. This is the censored version. Yeah, I know. Everybody's just got nipple covers, thongs, and bush now. But yeah, just in case some of you are wondering, what is that? Yeah, it's marker. Boo. Still, we're here. Okay, and so far so good. Yeah, but you came bearing in a truth. There's an old cycle attached to you. But it's important that you express that to them because I believe you're indicating new chapter for you. And you wanted to make it clear that you're available or that's where the direction you're headed in. Would you like to join me in that space? Something like that. Yeah, and then it takes a very peaceful, tranquil build of satisfaction and trust pretty quickly after that. So, yeah, you really did want to connect to this or reconnect. Can't quite tell. But you made a good call there. It was a good call. Okay? It was right for you. In some way you knew that. And you stuck to that conviction. You were rewarded. It was a good call. I wasn't sure to make it that Hierophant right there. It's like, that's a lot of spiritual conviction. It's like, he's like, I know. I know. I believe in my feelings. Okay, you believe in your feelings. You had no guarantee that they'd be returned to you. You're like, I have a feeling. I have a feeling. Oh. Well, I mean, again, you weren't wrong, were you? Okay. I love that. I don't know why, but I like this one. I like it. I like the smoothness of it. I like how you had a truth. You told your truth because you're trying to, and not just to this person, but just no matter where you were headed, you were going to indicate to people, I'm on a new journey. I started a new chapter. And I like that for you. I like that because you're claiming it. You're claiming it as part of your history. Okay? So it's not something that you feel bad about. It's kind of like, yeah, this is part of my history now. I'm starting a new chapter, and yeah, I'm doing it. I'm excited. I like that. Now, that one's a burner. And you're saying that you personally are...
Could you clarify what you mean?
Alexa, off. See. Okay. We upgraded to Alexa Plus. I upgraded to Alexa Plus. And she is still misunderstanding. I didn't say anything close to that. I didn't even say close to her name. What? Okay, anyway. The Magician. The Emperor. Queen. Yeah, dude. No, look at that. You know, you have such a gentle spirit, but honestly, when I look at you, what's running the show is your masculine energy. Yeah. Gentle spirit. Simple truths. I love that. I really do like that. But no, when it comes to what you want, oh, your masculine energy kicked in real fast. Oh, boy. It's like, oh, I know who that is. It's the same person. It's funny because you seem to associate their outward energy with a masculine sort of show or presentation, but you see it or interpret it as very feminine, desirable, but it's still passion. So they might have an outward display, kind of, I got things in order, I know what's up, I know what I'm doing. But on the inside, you're saying it's very feminine expression of passion that you want, and that's what you're responding to. The Magician, the Emperor, oh, honey, I hope you like it caliente, because that's the direction you're headed in. Mm-hmm. Oh, but you know, you should know. It's all right. The way you two smooth out like that is beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. All right. Yeah, but your masculine side kicked in. Oh, no, I want that. Yeah, this one. Okay. Okay. Awareness. Yeah, awareness, bliss, awareness. You have I told you had an idea. You had a certain spiritual conviction sooner rather than later that you want to bring this together. You already felt aligned to it from the outset. Yeah, that was your awareness. That it could lead to bliss. Again, you weren't wrong. 16:30. This has to be the most enjoyable round of intimate tarot I've ever done, I must say. Just overall, collectively, it's been very nice. I haven't seen so much of the twisted insecurities and the fears of the past and everything, just getting hung up on the blah, blah, blah. I didn't see that so much this round, and that's nice. That is really freaking nice. Oh, let me pull some of these. Okay, because typically Intimate Tarot is, I know I want it to be fun for everybody, but honestly, it can get very heavy, you know. Very heavy. Conflict, turmoil, pain, twisted up stuff from the past. Tulip, great passion. Oh, yes. Tulip, also the representation of the lovers. Yes, of course. Great passion, great love. Archway. Sorry. New opportunity in reverse, so it's not new. Not necessarily. In some way you're familiar with them. Well, that would explain it. That would explain that opening a little more. Yeah. Possibilities and pathways are opening up. And I know you saw that for yourself, though. That's wonderful. Okay. Throne. The position of authority. I told you when I saw you summoning as the Magician, your masculine kicked in so fast. Your Emperor, it's like, I want this. And it's a throne. From a position of authority, you're showing me clemency. Okay, so in some way you strongly suspect this is your equal. Okay. So, you might have some interesting Aries in there. Okay, we had the letter K drop. P, V, D, S. We have the Medallion of Capricorn, Virgo, and Sagittarius. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connected to the season, might be important to you. And then we have the great owl, wisdom, wise, open eyes, observation, intelligent. Just open eyes. Seeing things for what they are. 2 + 2. Good stuff. Okay. Cancer, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.